literally standing behind like the guy and he's doing the thrust, and the guy looks at him. My dad did the exact same thing to some unsuspecting dude. Like, it was so weird, but it was very hilarious, of course.
Oh gosh! Oh dear! Oh, dear.
Oh Jesus Christ!
All right, if we can check the.
What a great way to start.
Yeah, and it's recorded for all posterity.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. Sounds like sound's going. Excellent.
I am bringing this stream up to make sure we are good.
I can't open the document, so I'm gonna wing it.
Uh-oh, that's never a good thing.
That's always a good thing. My best intros.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Is it? Yes.
Oh man, I didn't realise that. Fucking Celtic Throwdown's going on at the moment.
What is? What?
It's a fighting game tournament that happens over in Ireland. It's run by a fighting game player called LeFaro.
I'm aware.
Is he perhaps a pharaoh?
No, LeFaro.
He's a French pharaoh.
Yeah, he probably is. Yeah. No, he's actually Irish, so I don't know why he has a French-sounding name.
Perhaps he's French descent. My dad's adamant that I have Spanish descent somewhere in my family line.
Nice.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh man, I was just checking that and we got bloody ad.
Yeah. That's what
damn those ads. Screw affiliates later.
Oh, look
You're not even subscribed to yourself?
I forgot to do this mod.
I subscribe to myself at least once a week.
Don't want to know about those habits. Yeah.
Hello, Nana.
That goes into the deep lore again.
I've been working on that lore. I wanted to have it ready, but it was too much. Too much. On top of studying and all that other stuff. And
of course, yeah.
What was I doing? I don't remember.
All of it.
I'm going to bring this over here.
Oh, of course you are.
And Nana has joined us, and he says, "Fitting, a Fallout ad is playing right now."
Hey.
What Fallout ad?
I think I got Wheel of Time.
I got Sandman. I always get Sandman.
I got Google for some reason.
Ciaran, what'd you get? Because you should be
I've not
watching
actually
the
looked
stream.
up yet.
Oh, are you writing something?
For Twitch.
No, I
might help putting a tweet out, wouldn't it?
Yes.
That's what I'm going to do now. So, Kylie, do you want to do a Discord message, or Ciaran, do you want to run a Discord message quickly? Like,
I would love to, but I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't. You do it.
Shall I do it?
You'll bring all the boys to the
classic
yard.
style, yeah.
I didn't prepare for this, so like my creative juices might still be in my body. And
oh god.
I missed what Debbie said. I was laughing.
No.
What?
See,
I think my microphone makes my head look smaller. I like it.
If you can't tell,
because of perspective.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's always helpful, isn't it?
Your selfie tips now, is it?
But if it helps, Ciaran, the background is a hot tub. So it is a hot tub stream.
Yeah, because of deep lore, of course.
I'm going to open this before I introduce the show in case it explodes all over the place and my life is ruined. Anyway, Nana, if you're still there, tell us how you doing this day. Our daily bread. I'm not good at this.
Confidence.
That's the least thing I need. Okay. There you go. Patented bamboozly glass for our audience. Of course, it doesn't show up.
Maybe you should clean it.
It's clean.
Ooh.
Bad.
Washing up burn. Nice.
I was going to say the alcohol will clean it for me. It's one of my favorite parts.
Sure about that?
Just drinking pure hand sanitizer.
Well, that's like in
Classic.
And so long, and thanks for all the fish. Where Ford Prefect is about to drink some old jank spirit. He talks about how the alcohol kills the germs on his towel instead of the towel wiping this part.
Right,
Clean
so
the bottle.
so
See, this is why
That's
I don't
it.
get to
Kieran's had
talk.
enough of
This is why I don't get to talk.
I'm not gonna lie. I
What?
have no
What
clue
is
what you-
this?
I'm not gonna. I have no clue what you guys have been saying for the past few minutes. I've just been
That's a
zoned in trying to
shame.
get that message.
Is it because
It
of the
was
mad
all about
accents? I
you.
have that problem too.
That's
See,
what they
it
all
just-
say.
All becomes some kind of just like geographical sludge. Eventually, it's just like I may as well be speaking Gaelic at this point. But no, I was zoned in trying to write the Discord message, and I think I've done a good job. I don't know.
I'll have to look.
No, it wasn't a good job at all. Hand in your notice.
He already did.
No, he
I-
You're on a
didn't.
temporary basis.
He's on
Rest
a
in peace, Ciaran.
hiatus.
I am deceased.
Good SpongeBob intro.
Oh my god. God's sakes.
Do you
Of course
know
you did.
that? I wish I had the same kind of level of inspiration I get when writing these messages as I do. No, I've messed that up. I wish I had the same level of inspiration as I do for writing these that I should. No, you know what? I can't get the sentence out. Basically,
Brain fog.
Go on,
yeah.
take another run at it.
Kieran's
Okay,
a
that's fair,
writer,
that's
not a
right.
speaker.
I wish that the creativity that I get when writing these Discord messages I can apply to my actual assignments, because currently I'm stuck about how to open this this article I need to write for class, which I'll be doing once I leave this today, for a little bit because it'll be dinner time and I don't work after dinner. You know, it's you got to set boundaries.
You too.
Yeah, priorities, of course.
But
Hey, Brian. Righto.
Bueno, Brento box. Brent, start a company where you sell lunches in little boxes and call it Brento box. There you go. It's a free idea.
That is $1 million idea. There you go.
or hear me out. What is one thing that everyone needs? A place to stay. So here's what you do, Brent. You buy up a vast array of storage containers, right? And then you start a business called Brent a Box.
But then that could be.
There you go.
You could
You sell
literally.
people.
That's a $250,000 idea, I think.
But you could literally put Brent anything. Like.
Yeah, you could.
Video rentals.
Exactly!
Hey, there we go. Yeah, but that
say.
market's dead though, Deadbeat, I'm afraid.
Video game
Bringing it
rentals.
back.
Yeah, we should look. Buy out Blockbuster. Just change the name.
No, Brent will bring it
Brent
to your house.
clusters.
The personal Brent service.
Brent this space now.
I remember
I hope you're enjoying these Brent-based ideas.
what used to be a Blockbuster near me is now a Taco Bell.
I
It's rather
love
sad
that
to
you
see.
That's
guys.
a tragedy.
Because for
No,
years after Blockbuster closed, the building was empty, so the Blockbuster sign was still up for years.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it was the
That's
same with
amazing.
my local one, which has now been changed into a fat face.
Ours is like a hair
Fat
salon
face.
now. I want
Fat
to put
Face
Yeah.
is a
windows through.
store. It's a middle.
Yeah,
class.
it's a clothing store.
For who?
It's a middle class.
Fat
store.
people.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with fat people. I saw
I know,
that.
it's all for skinny people.
There's also the white store or something like that. Oh yay!
That's a bit racist.
That's what I'm saying. I walked by Fat Face
thanks,
in the
Brent.
white store and I was like, what country?
I think it'd be even more hilarious if the white store, all the walls.
Oh, you mean white stuff?
Is it white stuff? Oh.
No, there is a shop called White Stuff
Yeah,
as
I
well,
know,
which
it's-
makes it even worse.
And they're right next
But I was
to
gonna
each
say,
other.
I think
in
if the whole
city center.
interior decor was all chalk white, and the staff were in white uniform,
Yeah,
and they were all white as well, I think that would really drive the message home to
I
say
actually thought you were
this is
going to.
perhaps problematic.
I thought you were going to go a completely different way with that, and I'm glad you didn't. Yeah.
No.
Wow, I've caught Ciaran speechless for a moment. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
because
a first.
Pete, because my mind doesn't go there, Pete.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm-
I forget
I'm
you're
like-
not, you're not
Suddenly-
childish like me. Kai.
Suddenly, a halo appears above Ciaran in that light.
Yeah, it does. It really
Mhm.
does.
I hope to God not
I am
above the
Jesus.
planet, if that's the case. Those things are big.
Halo ring for those who the
And
uninitiated.
let that one hang, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just leave, not
Like
touching that one.
everybody processes.
Not literally.
what it
And
meant.
See, that's the thing. Sometimes my wit does just come and go. It passes. It's fleeting.
You just
Sometimes.
wait in the 2 minutes for people to
Yeah.
start laughing.
yeah, Nana has literally just put "What did this turn into?" in caps.
We haven't even started yet.
Oh, I know, and this is already dissolved into degeneracy.
Yes, this is the
Oh, you say
vocal limbering section.
I'd say this is just the creative juices flowing. You see, this is just.
Oh, can we not talk
There's
about
juices all over this episode. They're
Well,
just
listen, you're the one
running all over the episode.
You're the one that's adding that context to it, Pete. Right? Because that's the thing. People chat. Listen up, right? When I say the word juice to you, what do you think of? Do you think of, I don't know, something inappropriate, or do you think of, say, for example, a Capri Sun?
I was
I know
thinking
what I
of someone
think of.
being milked. I'm leaving that at the hang.
Are you speaking of milk? Are you aware of the fact that like when you get a carton of milk, that milk's probably from multiple cows?
Yeah, it's enjoyable. I love a good mix.
So what, do you take pleasure in the fact that when you're drinking milk, you know
Oh,
it's
Oh.
from
What
many?
is your problem with integration?
Yeah.
All this
This-
cattle working together for one final product.
The collective.
Joy to children.
Yeah, I'm
Collective
all,
milk.
I don't mind the collective.
This is
In
why
this
I
occasion.
drink pure alcohol.
What have you got against Weetabix?
There's nothing wrong with Weetabix.
I'm
It's
gluten
great.
intolerant. I can't eat it.
Oh, that would be an issue, yeah.
A massive one, I think.
Yeah, I'd love it too. Okay. Oh,
Speaking of
Brent.
massive ones, Pete, hit like
Oh my god.
if you see in your cattle tipping activities, if you come
Yes.
against this, I've seen some absolutely butch cattle in my days, right? See in the train sometimes
Yeah,
when
they're
I'm
usually
going to-
GMO'd.
Sometimes when I teach
Hinge.
university, right?
Say hinge.
I see
Say
I pass the
her.
fields and stuff. And I saw this Highland cow one day, so I see a lot of Highland cows, nice and woolly
Yeah.
and stuff. But this guy was huge. Like he was
I'll give it a good
muscly.
crack.
But like, how do you get the necessary force to tip that thing?
A run up.
Eat your weeds.
But like, surely you must have to like calculate.
It's
'Cause I-
momentum
gravity. You
plus
just
force.
use gravity against them.
Yeah, momentum plus force.
Sweep
Oh,
the
well.
ankles.
Oh dear. I was gonna say
Shoot the
we're
leg,
doing
shoot the leg.
Our ankles.
judo on cat. Now
That's
you're doing
amazing.
judo on
like
cows.
Peter's got cattle tipping. He's got fucking cattle sweeping.
So Brent,
And he's already dropped the ball and an F-bomb there on us on
Yeah,
the
of course.
episode.
I think it's 100th
No, full,
episode.
no, full disclaimer. We're
Technically,
going.
we've not started yet. Technically,
Yeah,
we've-
I know, but
Doesn't
you
start
even
until I
pre-ramble as
start
well.
it.
But you know,
But
Didn't even
Brent,
no,
notice that
I'm
one.
probably going to put a disclaimer in the beginning of the episode anyway that this might go a bit sweary, so don't worry.
Capri Sun
Why
here
don't you
is
just put rubber
different.
duckies over it again.
Yeah, Brent, you that's very true.
Yes.
Um,
It's not like
I
our
love
Capri Sun.
how you do the lead in there.
Yeah, that's the only way I can
Yes.
get my voice across.
Yeah.
It's just like, Kayla, what do you think? Let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
It's the fingers every time. It's like, I'm going to tell you why.
Look, I got something to say. Okay.
Goodness
Chat.
gracious me. Shall we give it another 5 and then
I'm
we'll
giving you
get
6
cracking?
minutes.
Well, you know what I meant.
Yes. 6 is different than 5, Pete. Woo!
Is it though?
Okay.
we're-
Hello, Nimrod Hicks.
Hey, hello.
In the road.
That's
all I said.
I think that's
Oh.
one of Deadbeat's people, right?
No, I could never claim ownership of Nimrod.
One of your
That's pretty
one of your
good.
fans, then.
No, certainly not.
Okay, okay, fine. I've seen his name appear
Supporter.
on
This
various.
is basically charity work for that man. Thank
Okay.
you for coming out, Nimrod. Much appreciated.
We appreciate
Thank-
that very,
thanks for,
very much.
Thanks for helping the degenerates.
Who's the degenerates here?
Me and Kylie.
Are you like Venom referring to yourself? in-
Yes, yeah.
like,
We
yeah,
are.
I am Venom.
Yes.
Yeah.
just as the show goes on, people just slowly descend into like, I don't know, madness. Just like, so Pete, what do you think about this topic? Just like, well, what we think is, you know, for us, it was just a very, it's just like, Pete, who are you talking about? It's like,
Nah, you must cancel television.
Why did you turn into the Skeletor there?
Well, I've been watching too much Family Guy recently. All right.
Ah!
I watched the
Anti-praise.
PTV episode the other day, and it's still classic.
All right, chat. Now you have 5 minutes.
Is that how long that minute was?
Oh, I know. That's a long minute.
Good God.
Hey, time is made up and not real.
Time is a constant.
Oh man, does that mean I have to talk? I always when it goes silent, I have to talk. Okay.
No, the fact of the matter is, you're like, I don't have my opportunity to talk. You've got your opportunity to talk, and you don't want to take it.
Oh gosh, yes. Welcome. Okay, no, it's not officially that yet.
Not yet.
Brent. Oh, okay. I was like, Brent, we've got so much in store. We haven't even started yet. But yes, you're correct. I do.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness for that. I was worried about that too.
I know. How do you like our hot tub?
Crunch.
Do you like our hot tub? We're all four of us in the human soup that is a hot tub.
Yeah. I don't like that analogy.
I did not consent to any hot tub, but
No.
Ciaran?
I got forced into the hot tub.
Let's see. I was about to say Ciaran's on top of Deadbeat. I'm on top of Pete.
No, see,
I always pictured it.
See, I'm a lone wolf. See,
are you sitting up on the edge?
Much in the same way Narcissus was just too good for him because he was that impressive.
Oh, you just
like,
staring at yourself?
It's not so much. It's like more self-reflection rather than actual reflection. I look at myself in the mirror and I say, "How you doing?" Right, but it's like nothing. But when I'm deep in meditation, and I can see my own mind. I'm like,
yeah, that's hot, man. I'm hot. I'm
This got very self-deprecating very quickly.
No, I'm just going off a narcissist.
No.
Do y'all not know the myth of Narcissus? He stares at his own reflection and falls in love with it.
I'm totally aware.
Are you?
I wasn't. Thank you, though.
You're welcome. Finally, someone appreciates my nonsense.
I knew that because I knew where narcissism comes from.
Mm.
I am quite narcissistic at times.
All humans are. We're all naturally that way.
There you go. So if you have narcissistic natures, you need to know where it comes from.
Brent says, I like the hot tub theme, especially since it's at the edge of freezing this morning.
Yeah, it's pretty cold over here today.
I put us on the projector while I was doing research. That was such a weird experience.
Finally on the big screen too.
One day we'll play in a cinema. If I have to hire that screen out just to put it on there.
Do you think that'll happen? Do you think podcasting becomes so popular that you'll see Joe Rogan, like the Joe Rogan podcast,
as an IMAX movie?
And there's literally people just sitting in a cinema watching a podcast.
Yes,
I think so.
I 1000% believe that.
I think that sounds ridiculous.
It does, but most pop
but it's like the Joe Rogan would do for sure.
One of those 4D
there was a Bieber movie.
In your face.
Oh, well, no, right, fair enough, right? That's what, when I went to see the Eternals the other day, I saw it in 4DX 3D. And I forgot the water was a thing. So I'm sitting trying to take a thing. And next thing I get spritzed. I'm like, whoa.
Especially now, if somebody sneezed on you,
oh gosh!
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh gosh! Yeah.
So I had this water like spritz my face. I was like, ooh.
I mean, I went to Harry Potter World yesterday, and people were like sneezing, and you just see people walking away from them.
Yeah.
It's like we're getting to that world now.
Walking in the street, taking their mask off to sneeze, and then putting it back
on
again.
Yeah,
it's like a greeting, isn't it?
Oh gosh.
No, my missus.
How many kids do you have?
No, my missus sneezed into her mask yesterday, and it just left a nice old patch on here. And I was like, that is gross looking.
You weren't a gentleman and offered to swap.
Oh. Oh. Well.
Just say, here, my lady. Please take mine. He takes it off. He said, "Oh, chivalry is not dead after all." Oh.
I was gonna say.
No, I can't say that I did. All right.
Burping into your mouth.
I know, shocking, right?
And there's no vaccine to be a gentleman.
Pete, if you were a knight, like, what would your name be?
Onion Knight. Nobody gets
massive arsehole night.
CP, I think you'd make a good knight. I think you'd be the most noble man in the land. Whenever
You're too kind, Ciaran.
Whenever a
whenever
cow
dame's-
is by.
Do you need a stepladder to get out of my butt?
No, I'm just saying, whenever a dame sneezes and a hooker lands upon her frock, you say, "No, my lady, please let me."
Like,
And you
you
get
know,
her your clothes and you be walking in a dress because you do not feel shame.
Wait.
Not when chivalry's
Wait. There was some sort of chivalry involved. I did offer to take her handbag for about an hour.
well, there you go.
I did my job.
involved. Oh well, what to do?
It was heavy. She asked me
Sound
to
like
carry it,
murder.
and I did.
Ah. Oh gosh. Okay.
Look, she did have my Switch in that bag, so
You
it was
would
more
be,
about
Brent.
self-preservation.
Absolutely would be. Ignore
And the
me.
truth
I
comes out.
wasn't
And
keeping
it
that
does
in a
sound like-
goddamn cloakroom, alright?
Yes.
It does sound like taking a kid out for a day. I'll keep that Switch on me just in case he starts acting up.
It really was. Look, there's a giant mechanical spider in there. I needed a distraction
Oh,
away from
Gosh.
that. Okay.
Oh dear, Pete.
Okay,
Oh,
what's wrong
dear.
with spiders?
I hate spiders. I'm an
Spiders are
arachnophobic,
good
so-
for us. I know.
Sir Brent the Generous. And
No,
Yes.
stuff.
honestly,
That's
no.
actually-
I have a spider in my
is.
bathroom, and there was a fly flying around in there.
He
That
very much
mother
is, Brent.
ruined his job. He did not do his job.
See, right,
They
I
can
don't see
only
spiders,
eat,
but I did
like, once
notice
a
that
week.
spiders come out at night, right, Pete? Because right in my garden, there's hundreds of them.
I love them.
Well, there
Yeah.
was. They're probably dead now, given the weather.
Yeah, they're
No,
probably freezing
they're
cold
just
by this
sleeping
point.
and under rocks. They're just sleeping, not dead.
Yeah.
No, they're upside down, legs up in the air, and barely a body.
It's just sleeping.
But guess I can't kill spiders. And see if a spider gets in
No.
my house,
No.
I'd take it outside.
I can't kill. Look, I can't kill spiders as well. I just
No.
run.
Set the
So that's
house
right.
on fire.
I learned something cool, right? I didn't realise that spiders could shoot webs out the front as well as the back. Do I know how? Right, so there's this spider like dangling from the ceiling. My mum and my sister were going crazy. Oh God, can you get rid of it? I was like, aye, sure. And like, they gave me a piece of tissue. I was like, no, I'm not going to kill it. I
No.
grabbed it
Get
by
the
the
dog.
web
Yes.
and was like carrying it outside
Yes.
by the web. And then all of a sudden,
It's
I
gone.
feel the tiniest little sensation
Oh,
on my forehead,
Ciaran,
and then it
that
starts coming towards me. And
that
I'm like,
wasn't a web, Ciaran. That wasn't a web.
My
You just
God,
really liked
I
your
would.
face.
Oh my God, I would have
Start of a Scottish Spider-Man.
So I was impressed. I was like, I didn't know they could do that.
That is the story that everyone needs to see. Scottish Spider-Man.
Oh gosh.
Would
Okay.
anyone even be able to understand him?
Uncle Ben gets glass jar and stuff.
Uncle Buckfast. Legend.
Speaking of that, they're making another Spider-Man season. I mean, we'll probably see Uncle Ben die again.
Yes,
over
that's
that.
what I've always wanted to see.
Yes.
For so.
My favorite part of the whole series. Okay.
Oh, well, they're treading
wait.
new ground by doing that. Come on.
We're over time, by the way.
We
Gave
are.
them their time.
I know.
As usual.
Let's
I'm gonna wing
get
this.
cracking.
And it looks like Brett's going to be your first supervillain, judging by the comments.
Yes, it looks
Oh
like it.
my
One of my
God.
biology classes had he had a pet spider. He fed it on mutated fruit.
Fruit flies, which you.
Fruit flies. Okay.
you
Yeah, I
can-
couldn't see that on my screen. Sorry.
It's kind of a fun. Okay, that
Big
sounded
old
terrible.
line on that screen that covers
yes,
up half
yes.
the text. So. I bred mine to be blind.
I'm gonna
What?
be quiet. Yes, yes.
What the heck?
We're going into one of my favorite subjects, but we're not gonna do that because I need to start the show.
Mm,
And
they're trying
yes,
to be blind
Brent
with lightness
is.
to make it easier on the spider. Excellent.
What's Bubbles' character? Not Bubbles. Butters' character on South Park.
Butters?
Professor Chaos.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
Brent,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
Professor Chaos. Okay.
Until he gets a shuriken in the eye.
I love
And to be
that.
fair, that would stop most
I
of us.
love that episode.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because he goes, whoa.
Look, I would.
It takes more than that to get me down.
What else do you need in your eye to?
Two shuriken in each eye, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, each time maybe.
Maybe.
Even then, I'm like Daredevil. I like train at the back garden and blindfold on, like cutting fruit like Fruit Ninja.
Oh, your hint.
Ben,
There,
are you
your
starting
senses are
this?
heightened.
Yeah,
Yes!
let's start this now before we devolve
Count
into more
me
chaos.
down, boys.
Sorry, I need just 2 seconds. I need to get my recording equipment.
Ridiculous.
Right. Okay, so we're gonna start the show in 3, 2,
welcome to episode 100th episode of Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast.
That went a bit much.
It doesn't matter. All you have to do is bring the excitement, and you can say anything. And so...
Not anything.
No, not anything.
Oh, definitely not anything. Not
Okay,
in this day and age.
ignore these guys. This is our 100th episode. It is our hot tub stream that we promised all of you, our wonderful, faithful listeners and viewers.
Even though we never got to 1 million bits or whatever, which we pre-arranged.
Well, there's
so.
1 million bits in this sauna, this human soup, as I said earlier, of a hot tub.
Still gross.
So...
Not very hygienic, no.
No.
I put some bleach in it earlier. Come
Good.
join us over at twitch.tv/something, because it got changed.
Rapid Reviews.
Thank you. It got changed a few weeks ago. And I am your host, well, co-host, I guess, Kylie Wild, but I'm joined by 3 elegant gentlemen. We have 2... It's this side. What is this side? Left. To my left, I have Ciaran, who's on hiatus but has joined us. To my diagonal left is, I don't know, you may have heard of him, maybe. The legend, the myth, the man, Deadbeatpunk.
All those. It is a pleasure to finally meet Sweet Cheeks.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Oh,
It's a pleasure for these sweet cheeks to meet Deadbeat.
That's right. Oh, goodness. And to my bottom is Pete Beckett.
I love how I'm the regular co-host and I still get introduced last. Fantastic.
Saving the
That's
best
where you
for
belong.
last.
That's what they all say, you know, but
It's
Oh,
jealousy.
clearly I think there might be a mild bit of jealousy on my part, so I apologise. But
No, jealousy.
Deadbeat is a bigger draw than me usually,
Oh,
so
goodness.
fair play.
Oh,
And
goodness.
Ciaran, of course.
Yeah, I don't draw nobody. Because all my pencils are broke. But chat seems to be popping off. And they are loving that Ciaran is back and Deadbeat. Deadbeat is joining us. Our chat Brent has been talking to former chat Deadbeatpunk in the comments. Yes, big Ciaran hype. We're all there for it. So Pete,
Yes.
I don't have a paper in front of me, so I'm going
You
to wing this.
don't.
Now, what I normally do is ask everyone how they are. So I'll go in reverse order to make Pete happy. Pete,
Okay, alright.
how?
I give the baby his bottle. Go on.
We've already established that this is truly the case.
Oh dear. Pete, how has your week been?
Well, the last 2 weeks actually has been interesting because, you know, we haven't had a show in the last 2 weeks.
Oh, it's crazy.
Bit busy. It's been interesting, and yeah. I don't really feel like talking about that at the moment because I'm pumped and excited to talk about this
Wow.
100th episode.
Okay, kind of thought you'd mentioned the cool thing you did yesterday.
I went to Harry Potter World yesterday, and it was amazing. It was incredible, but we can discuss that another time because we've got 100 episodes that we need to talk about now.
Debbie.
And Harry Potter's overrated anyway, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I have a feeling that's going to come up later. Deadbeat. I've
Okay,
never...
Well, I wasn't at Harry Potter World, I'm proud to say.
Well, there you go. You already lost, didn't you?
I am ebullient otherwise.
I thought you were going to say, I am Harry Potter. I don't need to have Harry Potter. World.
No, it's normally me telling people that they're wizards.
Oh,
You're a
right.
wizard, Harry.
You're a
Here,
lizard.
sunshine.
You're a lizard, Deadbeat.
You do give off a
Harry.
Hagrid appearance.
Yes, it is great. Ciaran, it's been so long. Let us know.
What?
It's been so
Yeah.
long.
It's
Rest in
been
peace,
so
Ciaran.
long. Let us
Rest in
know
pepperoni.
how you are.
How is anyone really? Pete's clearly found some manner of joy in going to Harry Potter World. Whatever.
We're going
It was
to
a
get
Christmas
treatsy.
present. For 2
You know
years,
what,
I've been waiting for that.
You know, I think my highlight today is meeting Deadbeat in person for the first time today. I think it is our real.
Let's make
This
sure-
is
make
kind of
sure we-
like when the Avengers kind of like got together, isn't it?
This
Oh,
is like
my-
finally meeting my dad. I can't explain how happy I am right now.
I mean, for anyone for audio listeners, because audio listeners, I'm like the only one here that actually really gives anything, gives anything about you. But
Yeah.
Deadbeat has got a single tear in his eye. It's moving me. And well, Kiley and Pete are just laughing. They don't understand Deadbeat. They don't understand.
No, look, when
My emotions are a joke to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
No,
I
I
was
had
gonna
the pleasure
say,
of-
I scoff at
I-
thee. Ha-ha.
Well, I had the pleasure of discussing with Deadbeat before on a previous episode, like how about everything really. So I've seen all of this already, so it's not a surprise to me. So that's why I'm sort of laughing this up. But
Yes, and
if you haven't seen, but Deadbeatpunk is a very handsome man, and I was quite taken aback by that the first
Holly
time.
is quite taken with Deadbeat.
We'll
Yeah,
put
the way I type isn't very nice, so I can see the mental image you
Look.
probably had.
All
There
I'm
is
gonna,
no-
Yeah, just a basement dwelling gobbling.
all I'm
I
gonna
actually turned the
say.
light on for this.
Oh gosh, so honored. All I'm gonna say is that Deadbeat's podcast has the best URL in the history of
Yep.
ever, and I'm jealous
Which we
of
can't
it. I'm
repeat.
jealous
Actually
of it.
invested in PG one, so
All right.
Oh, excellent.
Give that one. Although I
Yeah,
love
feel
the
free to
X
plug
one.
that one if you want.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay.
Yes, and Brent in the comments does say he will be joining us later, and he is correct.
That is correct.
This is going to
We're
be
gonna get saucy later on.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now that I've checked in with everyone,
Actually, hold on.
Kieran-
Yeah,
But
Oh,
Kieran didn't
Kylie.
finish.
One.
Kylie, how have you been doing these last 2 weeks?
I don't remember the last 2 weeks.
Drunken
Drinking.
haze.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
My life is a drunken haze. Broken
I
by
didn't
bouts
realize
of...
you could use that as an answer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my answer all the time.
That's your excuse for everything. I
Everything.
thought they'd be.
I'm the same some days, but it's more like Stephen King's The Mist, where I wake up and there's a literal haze around me. I have no clue where I've been, where I am.
You just sound. Honestly, you just sound like you've been transported into Silent Hill 2. That's
And
all.
then-
I mean, it subsides every now and then, but when it does
Then you
subside,
read-
like
You read
The
about
first
the
thing I hear
murders that happened.
the first thing I hear is, "Oh, dinner's ready." I'm like, "Okay, I just go with it." I don't know what date it is.
Oh, no, they bleed into
It just
one
happens, though.
another. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And yes, for our audience, if you wish to join us, I have opened a bottle of Prosecco. Prosecco is not my drink of
Prosecco?
choice. Yeah,
Prosecco, not
Whatever.
Prosecco.
I don't care. It's not my drink of choice, but people keep giving it to me, so I think.
Oh, I know what I'm getting you for Christmas
See,
this year.
that's the thing. People you end up with two things that you don't actually like, but people see the two
See?
things together in your house, and then it becomes a
I'm
thing.
getting drunk on life today.
Fuck off.
Good time, Ciaran.
Mm.
That's some great
That's
stuff.
some nice life. Refreshing. Okay. So Pete, now you're gonna have to be in charge because I don't have.
Yeah, I'm
paper.
kind of currently waiting. There we go. I was waiting for my my camera to stop being filtered and weird. So there we go.
It's the steam from the hot tub.
Yeah, clearly. It's so hot in here, you know.
That's just Ciaran.
Yeah, that's fair actually.
Don't
That's very
disagree.
fair.
The thing is, I wore this jumper to insulate and just keep it all in, but it's probably not working.
Seep
Take
through.
it off. Take it off.
It's leaking from your ears, Ciaran. Pete.
The headset.
Yes.
Right.
No, your creative juices.
I'm not leaking.
Moving on.
Save me, Pete. Before I just go save the show.
Yeah, fine. We're going to move on because in a nice callback and a throwback to episode number 1, we have a pre-prepared and pre-written statement from Mr. Overlord himself, Mr. Mike, the owner of Rapid Reviews, who very, very kindly decided to put some few words to us about the episode ahead.
Yes.
So he said, "As I sit here on my fanny on my couch, I mean bottom on my sofa, I thought I'd send a quick message, no essay here this time, to say a huge congrats on reaching the monumental landmark I can't read today of reaching episode 100 of Rapid
Mike
Reviews
should
Radio."
have said that.
So I re-listened to episode 1 of the podcast the other day, and it was great to hear that the message about positive mental health started then and has
Yes.
continued to episode 100. It did make me laugh though when you said that the podcast would be PG. We've
We
skirted that line far
tried.
too many times.
We tried. try really hard. That's what he said.
Yes. I know all the hard work that you've put in behind the scenes, and it's a huge testament to you both that you've reached this milestone. I would also put Ciaran in that as well, Mike. So grade down, unfortunately, if I was grading this.
Debbie's like, I just chopped
Also,
liver.
like
Yes.
I said, also a throwback to that episode
That
as well, where
episode-
I graded that actually statement.
I was gonna say episode 98, and I think that's where Deadbeat was 98.
Yeah, it was.
That was a game changer, man. It just it contributed so much to the whole oeuvre.
Yeah, did he put all that in brackets? Oh, that was nice of him.
Oh yeah, it was mega. Like it was. This is a huge statement of just like singing your praises all the time.
That's just
So
Deadbeat.
great.
When was that with?
Yeah. So he carries on. Says you've had some fantastic guests, covered lots of big news, and shared lots of laughter. Yeah, the last 50 episodes we've had some crazy guests on.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I want to thank every single one of them who joined us, but
Gave us
time constraint meant we couldn't get anyone back really to do this. So we decided something different.
The fact that they gave their time is huge, and we do appreciate that.
And we hope to obviously have them back in the future as well. So the best part of the podcast has been listening to the relationship that you and Kylie have developed. Really, I don't even like her. So no, I kid, of course. Your connection comes through in all episodes, and I know that you've got each other through some tough times in the past. Yes, Kylie has got me through some very tough times in the past, and
he ain't done nothing for me. No, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding.
I just sit here and just crack that whip and it's like, right, get on with it.
Why are you late again?
Okay. I probably shouldn't have said something here because, I'd also like to make a special mention of Ciaran and the energy and enthusiasm he has given to the show.
Aww.
I wish him all the best in his studies, and I hope that he can join again in the future. Mike, your wishes are command because he's here right now.
Yay!
So,
Whenever the Overlord speaks, I feel we really should be wearing our ceremonial robes.
I really wish I did.
I'm actually quite furious about Aunt, to be honest. It's very
I know.
Nice to get a heads up, Pete. That's all.
That's all we're
To be
asking
fair,
for.
this message only came in today, so I didn't have time to prepare. So
Also, it's Mike's fault, right?
I wouldn't be the sacrifice this morning, Pete, if he told me. But you know what? It's too late. Just go.
look, I received this statement when I just woken up. I was like, I can't even collect my thoughts right now. So anyway, he says, enjoy the episode today, and here's to the next 100 if we make it.
Oh my gosh.
No, congrats and thanks. He actually signed it off, Overlord Mike.
Aww.
I love the fact that that's stuck.
Thank you so much, Mike, for that. We do appreciate it. I'm speaking for Pete here, but he can speak for himself. But I know I appreciate it.
No, you summed it up well enough. So I
appreciate the shout out as well.
Yeah.
I do like the shout out.
Yes.
Yeah. If I'm being serious for a second, I do appreciate the shout out. Respect.
Yes.
God bless you, man.
Okay.
Honestly, Mike, thank you very much for giving us the chance to actually do this,
The
for letting us do it
creative
how
freedom.
we want,
Exactly.
and have the creative endeavor be our own, and supporting us through some pretty tough times as well, where the poop might have proverbially hit the fan a few times.
It did hit the fan a few times, but we overcame it. Yes.
Yes. So we do appreciate obviously everything you do for the site, for us, and all of that. So I'm not going to carry on because it's going to get emotional soon enough.
Oh
So,
dear.
Shall we move on?
Yeah, thanks for the shout out, Mike. Very welcomed.
I'm Jesus Christ, it's the straight face that you
Oh yes, first topic, Pete. How do you work with this, Ciaran?
Honestly, it's. I mean, we did. I didn't take a break.
Yeah, he had to take a
No
break.
wonder.
Okay, we're gonna cover some news stories. We've got 4 to cover, so we'll cover the quick news first. We don't really want to talk about these too much. So the first one is that it's being very heavily rumored at present that Halo Infinite's multiplayer is due to be dropped on Monday, November the 15th, after the Xbox's 20th anniversary presentation. Now, this is come from various different places, including reputable leakers or insiders such as Nate the Hate and a few others.
Right.
Also, it was noticed that actually the release date for Halo Infinite's multiplayer before yesterday was the 15th of November, but has now been scrubbed
Yeah.
to show the actual release date of December.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of interesting tidbits here to discuss. So in this instance, I want to go to Kylie because our
Really?
resident Halo fan.
I was gonna toss
I know
it.
Ciaran is too.
Toss it, over to Ciaran.
No, I want your opinion. Yeah,
Wow.
your opinion first.
I get to talk on episode 100. I finally get to talk. But no, I'm actually gonna keep it short and sweet, and then toss it back over to Ciaran. I said this to these guys in chat actually, which is I'm very surprised because it was long rumored that the reason why the Halo was being put off or delayed. Thank you, that's the word. Was because of the multiplayer, and then it wasn't going to ship with multiplayer. We talked about that here on the show as well.
Yeah.
So to hear that multiplayer is going to come out first, it kind of took me by surprise. I am hesitantly cautious, but would love to see it.
Okay. Well, Ciaran, would you like to have some lengthy words about this?
Yes. So, I had no idea about this rumour until I believe it was yesterday, Pete.
Yeah, it was when I posted it in the chat.
He revealed
even
it
though I
to
posted it on Friday night, and that.
And my
I noticed that,
Pete. The excitement that coursed through my day when you informed me of this was immeasurable to the point where I had to bring myself back into reality because I think right. The thing is, right, I said to you yesterday, this is something that should be taken with a grain of salt. It would be a 3-week early release.
Yeah.
It'd be 3 weeks early, right? But I still think it's plausible to some extent because for anyone that played the Halo Infinite technical test, which it was free for the last weekend of it for everyone, you know, you should have played it.
Which seems like it's more open beta rather than closed, correct?
It felt incredibly polished. When I was talking to friends and stuff and people I knew that played it, the only complaint was never about any like big bugs or anything. It was always just minor things like, oh, maybe they should tone the aim assist down was a big one. I go.
So more balancing things.
Yeah, just balancing and balancing can be like you look at games as a service these days and they do balancing every other month. Like balancing is just a big part of games now. Games are never and to the extent we can say games are in a finished state.
Yeah.
And we know that with Halo Infinite, they want Halo Infinite to be the Halo experience for the next few years.
Well, 10 years they've pretty much stated, haven't they?
And so my point being, right, the reason I think it's plausible because that technical test, I felt was incredibly polished. From the visuals, the gameplay, I thought it was impeccable. I thought it was absolutely incredible. So that alone makes me think that this is possible.
Okay.
Will it happen though? Will it happen? 3 weeks early? Because again, it's all speculation. Because
Craig looked pretty good. Looked pretty finished.
Again, as I'm saying, it seemed then because remember that technical test? It was like August, September.
Yeah, I believe it was September.
Yeah, and it basically seemed finished, just restricted to a few maps and stuff. So like, as much as I want to ground everyone and say, listen, guys, don't expect it. You know, have a little bit of doubt in your head saying.
Okay, Deadbeat. What would you want to say about
the
this?
angle I'm taking on it because I'm a Halo campaign fan. Never really got into multiplayer much because I like to play games to get away from people.
Yes.
I'm the only one.
Hell
But
yes.
my issue with this, if it does turn out to be true, is that it got out early. Because if this came as a shadow drop after the anniversary event, I think people would have went wild for it.
Right.
And I think if that has been robbed from people, it is a bit of a shame.
Yeah,
I have to agree.
As well, I was thinking. I think it would also make sense for them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it like this, right? what other 2 games have came out this month? Now, fair enough, recent this month is a gamble because of this reason. But the 2 biggest FPSs of the year have launched this month.
Oh yeah, Battlefield and
Battlefield
COD.
Now.
Mm-hmm.
Battlefield is already getting mixed responses.
Yep.
COD
And so is COD.
and COD is as well. If they were confident enough to release Halo knowing that it would trump both of them in critical response and audience response,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say it's a gamble worth taking because they could easily win this month in the kind of out of the FPS kind of thing. But again, doing so is a gamble because they're then throwing this out at a time when these games have just released as well.
So Brent has put in the chat, Bonnie from 343 was absent from yesterday's FanFest trivia because of something of dire importance. Now that's interesting. Okay.
Halo Infinite will be released in 2022.
There's something of dire importance, and now the gamers are over imagining what it is, what it was.
I had a bad case of diarrhea.
Sorry, my parents.
Everybody's reporting about it.
Sorry guys, we're going to release Halo Infinite multiplayer today, but sadly, someone deleted the entire game files, and we're going to have to leave it until 2022.
Earliest.
That would be something. That would be something.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go on record on this one, and I'm going to say I think this is true, 100% true. I have no reason to believe why they shouldn't release it early. They did, but I think there's going to be a minor caveat where they're not going to tout this as the full release. They will claim this to be a beta release.
Oh.
Full release.
And then the full version will be out on.
Do you have
December
to say it
8th.
that way? The full release.
Well, including campaign, yeah, it would be a full release then, wouldn't it?
Sure.
But I think as well, they really need to play it smart. If they are releasing it this month, it is because they have done the numbers and they think it will succeed over its 2 biggest competitors.
There's still a lot of the user base before they get infested with these other shooters that have released this month.
Yeah.
But I think the edge it has is it's going to be free to play.
Yep.
Everyone can just download it straight up, compared to Battlefield and COD, which you need to buy, 60, 70 quid?
70, depending, obviously, if you're on the next generation of consoles.
Cough, CD
So,
keys, cough.
You are.
They're already beating them on price because they don't have a price to the game. Well, obviously, imagine you would buy the Battle Pass, I imagine, but I mean, Battle Pass is like 8 quid usually. It's like nothing. But yeah, it's a gamble.
Yeah,
But
sure.
if it is happening, they've done the numbers and they're confident in it. And I think they have every right to be confident in it. I've not played COD, but I played Battlefield beta, and I was just not impressed.
But Ciaran,
I just felt it was too big. It was
Kylie.
too slow.
Halo feels like she wants to say something.
I'm just saying, because Ciaran will back me up on this. The definition of Craig, he's had a glow up, man. That alone.
Craig deserves his own game.
Yes. But we need that spin-off.
His own game, his own calendar. Come on, people.
What, like a pin-up model type version
Yes,
of the calendar?
We've seen how chiseled his face is. Let's see his chiseled abs.
And he's got the goatee
Wait until June.
Oh.
Right, let's move on from this story then and talk about Sony, because
Sony ponies.
Well, we had to include Sony in some way so that we're not biased, of course.
Yes.
So Sony have
done
revealed
something this month.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Sony have revealed the top 10 played games on the PS5 during the first year on the market, and the numbers will not shock you. Yes, clickbaited all the way. This is actually shared by Tom Warren on Twitter, and it reveals that there are a high number of sports titles and only 2 major AAA first-party Sony titles, which are Miles Morales and Demon's Souls. So, top of the list, I believe, was Fortnite.
Yeah.
So going down the list, it's Fortnite first, COD, Black Ops Cold War, FIFA 21, NBA 2K21, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Destiny 2, MLB The Show 21. That doesn't count as first party because it came out on Game Pass 2. Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon's Souls, and NBA 2K22. So on this occasion, I'm going to go to Deadbeat first. So what do you make of this?
very much an expected list. I think if you looked at any other platform, it'd be quite similar if they had the same titles.
Well, see, that's my thing. I wish we had the comparison data from like
Well,
Xbox.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah,
but
It would be.
I did try finding it. The only kind of comparison I've got is right now. I've just thought it came to the agency because basically on the Xbox Store, you can actually view the most played games at the moment on
Right.
the console. So while that's not respective of the data over a year, we can still correlate
Yeah.
with
Mhm.
that.
Gives us an idea at least.
Because what were the big ones again? Fortnite is third tier in the most played games on Xbox according to the
Oh
store.
gosh, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Forza 5 is actually number 1.
I'm not surprised because they put the numbers out in the first couple of days before, like, I think it was just after general release, wasn't it? And it was 4.5 million according to Phil Spencer. But that number has now increased to about 9 million.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I do think as well. Game Pass probably had a hand in that, but that's all a kettle of fish.
It also with the fact that you could upgrade that version even on Game Pass, like to get the early access as well. I think, whilst not the greatest move personally, I think for consumers, but it was a good idea for Game Pass subscribers because I have a lot of issues with selling something when you don't actually physically own the game. So that's where my issue lies with it. But I think it was good for those who actually did want to jump in early.
Right.
It gives options at least.
Yeah, but in terms of the Xbox list as well, you get the other kind of usual suspects: FIFA 22, COD
That's what I
Warzone,
want to know.
the new Call of Duty Vanguard,
Yeah.
GTA
So
5 still there, probably for
GTA 5 sells crazy numbers every year.
But
Like,
there is some
Not times
correlation.
played rather than units sold.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roblox.
Go on,
there
like,
is
games
some-
are now.
Roadblock.
Destiny 2 is at the very end there as well.
Yeah.
So there is
Kylie?
some correlation. Well, Deadbeat wasn't finished with his thought. We
Okay.
interrupted him.
I wouldn't call them thoughts. No, I was just looking at hours played. It is going to be online focused. I mean, Fortnite, of course, people play that and would only play that.
Mhm.
Same for a lot of the online titles. I mean, Ratchet and Clank, you play it, you finish it,
Yeah,
it's done.
And
absolutely.
it's a mostly short experience as well,
Mhm.
isn't it?
Well, comparatively, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not got one of those things that's just like
So that's why I
recurring,
thought
like,
the biggest community games would be the same nearly on every platform.
yeah. I think the only
Destiny.
difference might be is certain games on Game Pass that might have player retention base. Possibly something like Hades might be up there because
Mhm.
the first time being on Xbox and the length of the game as well
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
might of course that. But you're
Especially
right.
Quick Resume. That's become my go-to game in between games.
Well, there you
Used
go.
to be
Like,
Tetris.
yeah, and I'm surprised Tetris could have been on that list as well.
Mhm.
So it's possible, but you will see a very direct correlation between that because this is what I was saying to the guys in the chat is that the numbers of people who actually have those next generation. I'm still calling them next generation because they're not widely available
gen.
yet. Still,
Yeah.
and you could call them current gen if you wanted to, but because they're
Nah,
not
I
widely
think-
available, I
yeah.
still call them next gen.
Probably until
Um,
you own an actual Xbox.
Yeah,
X.
until I physically own one, it's not it's next gen. I kid, of course.
Yes.
But the number of people who've actually been able to get one of these current generation or next generation consoles, what you want to call it, and those who actually are what they call hardcore gamers, the correlation is that most of the people that are buying next generation consoles are those who don't want to miss out on the next generation, and not all of them are going to be playing Ratchet and Clank or Returnal or Demon Souls or anything along those lines. They're probably playing the sports titles.
Yeah.
'Cause I know plenty of people who have bought a next generation console just to play FIFA 22.
Yes.
Most of my friends play NBA actually, NBA 2K22.
Yeah.
And now my friends aren't too big in Call of Duty, but Call of Duty's there. It's Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing. Like, speaking from experience, right? I myself from the past wee while because I've had uni stuff to do and that. I really want to play Guardians, for example. I really want to buy it and play it. I've really wanted to get through the Island DLC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But it's that way. See, when it comes to single player things, right? It's something I want to know that I have the time to dedicate to it.
Right.
So the only things I've been playing has just been thinking turn on, switch off, and just chill out to, you know, Destiny, for example. I can just turn that on, do some Crucible, whatever, you know. It's in his trials as well. But and then funnily enough, the other weird thing I've been playing recently I got back into was Dauntless. I don't know if you've heard of Dauntless before. It's a free to play thing. Yeah, it's like a kind of Monster Hunter kind of rip off, but it's quite good. I'm actually quite. It's been years since I actually played it because I played it when it first came out, and now it's actually quite a lot. But it's that's something I can just turn on, go on, jump into a hunt, and then I can just play it. And the same with Call of Duty and NBA. You go in, you can play a match, and it's just something you jump on and do because it is quite telling because you'd really want to find the demographic of people that actually own these consoles. Because if this is next gen, as you're saying, and there's such a low supply. The figures here and the kind of games that are being played would point out that it is just the average person playing them. Because the average person isn't interested really. Not again. This is generalising, right? But I don't feel the average person that owns a console or plays games will be into like, we'll see every kind of possible revolutionary single player game and think, I'll get that, because they might just not care, or they just want to jump on and play with their friends. And again, as they've seen, just the online multiplayer things, you know.
Yeah. And that's why I'm actually quite surprised that Demon's Souls and Miles Morales both made it on the list, considering they're confined like single player experiences, with exception to Demon's Souls like Invasion. That's about it.
See, the thing is, right? The weird thing there is, I understand Miles Morales being there. I think that was a very mainstream one of the Sony titles because of how it was promoted.
Yeah, but in recurrent playtime, that's my only thing.
That's telling. But I'd say the more thing was Demon's Souls. Like, of all the single player games on thing, and again, if the games on that list are telling of the kind of demographic that own PlayStation 5s and are playing PlayStation 5s, right? I.e. the average player.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Demon's Souls made it in amongst all of that is quite telling, because I feel Demon's Souls isn't that mainstream. If like
Demon's Souls was bundled with the majority of these consoles sold, you can't buy
it. Oh yes, that's right. Same with Miles Morales as well.
Everybody's heard of Dark Souls. This is the one before Dark Souls, so
that's
if you wanted to start the series. Sorry, Kylie.
No, that's an absolutely good point, actually, because actually what I've been sitting here thinking was the only people I have contact with in this current climate is the guys that I work out at the gym with, for the ones that own PS5s, which is not a lot, because they're still not, they don't want to admit they're gamers. Anyway, all they play is FIFA, 100%, and sometimes COD, but for mostly it's FIFA, and so this actually doesn't come as a surprise to me, but the because I have bad memory, Dark Souls, whatever.
Demon's Souls and Miles Morales.
Well, the Demon's Souls kind of surprised me, but Deadbeat saying it was bundled, that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense, because these guys that I interact with, all they want to do is shoot people or shoot baskets or kick field goals. So that actually is an interesting take on it. I didn't realize.
I think so. I think I matched. Was it Miles Morales above Demon's Souls? Wasn't it? Demon's Souls was in 9th, and despite being a longer game, I'm quite surprised by that.
Yeah, Miles is about 4 hours if you blasted through it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, whereas Demon's Souls is probably minimum 12 hours, isn't it? So I'm quite surprised that Miles Morales made it that far up the list, actually.
I'm quite pleased.
But swinging about, it's a fun time.
But it could just be the amount of people that play it, because if it's cumulative hours from everyone that's played it, it could just be as a very heavily played game by a number of people that own that console, and just do that. The playthroughs from all those people have just built up.
Okay,
well,
fine. To counter that point, sorry, Kylie, I need to let this one be known.
Shut me down.
To counter that point, then, why is Astrobot not on this, considering it's bundled in every single console?
I think Astrobot is viewed as a child's game.
Or a tech demo.
A tech demo kids game.
The likes of us would love that. It's a nostalgia trip.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a bundle on, would everybody play it?
It's the same way. As much as like a game can come in a bundle, like I think I got Fallout 4 with my Xbox One S. I had to get that, and I didn't play Fallout 4 on my console because I got it. Because I already played it, but like, just because you get a game in a bundle doesn't mean you're going to play it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it is
absolutely
true, but yeah, bearing in mind that when I saw obviously all the stuff that's come out about the PlayStation 5 when it first released, everybody spoke about Astrobot, and I saw people like Jeffrey Grubb, obviously,
It's the best thing about the console
doing
so far.
It's
they were
really
doing
cool. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
But
that's what it's like.
that's the thing, Pete. Though
But
this is probably people that would actually call themselves, gamers. And
yes, because the
okay,
people.
that's where the interesting debate is, obviously.
Because the people that I go to the gym with who play PlayStation 5, they wouldn't touch the Astro. Heck no.
Yeah,
What give your gym bunnies names, or what would you referring to?
It's all dudes.
It's like Chad, Brett.
Yeah, mostly that. It literally is one syllable names. That's not a
The
joke.
old dude bro names, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Anyway, we're moving on away from
Wait,
this
I
one.
had a
So
point. Let me think
this
of
is
it.
supposed to be quick
No,
news.
I had a point.
Okay, carry on. Last point we'll make on this one then.
Give me 2 seconds.
And I forgot
Pressure's
my
on.
point.
God, what it was. Oh, I remember. So, but I want to ask you three your opinion on, do you think this will dictate Sony's marketing? You know you love it. Sony's marketing in the years to come, because they've got to think about how they're going to market things with the chip shortage and all that kind of stuff. Are they going to go sports heavy? What do you think? Bam. I don't care who goes first.
I think they already do they not? Whenever I see, for example, FIFA and COD in advertisements, it's always PlayStation 5.
That's true, and considering if anyone watches football, obviously, like Champions League games, like one of the main sponsors is PlayStation.
Is it
like,
really?
So you'll see a PlayStation advertisement on every single football ground during a
that makes
Champions
so
League game.
much sense.
You think about the big shift that happened when.
In fact, they've been doing that since PlayStation 2.
It's empty.
Yeah, it's like but plus, right, in terms of like, you need to remember that the most popular console of the two, say big ones, let's call them Xbox and PlayStation. PlayStation is still more popular, and that's the side effect of the transition from 360 to Xbox One, with Xbox One. Even before the console came out and we saw everything about it. Like, I know a lot of people in school that I played the 360 with. A ton of them moved over to PlayStation, and they've just stuck with it since.
Yeah,
those people are the kind of people that just kind of play COD and the kind of sports games, for example. So that's, again, I'm speaking from experience. The people that I know that have moved from Xbox to PlayStation, they don't really not really into all the big games that like kind of God of War and what have you. It's like sports and COD.
So good. Pete, do you want to cover chat? Because
yes,
it's going
actually,
off and it's got some good points.
Yeah, there's been a fair few. Coming back to the Forza and Xbox stuff, sports games are so broken, according to Nana. Yes, they are. Brent put, speaking of Souls, I didn't like what I played of Elden Ring.
Oh!
Hold up, you got to play Elden Ring?
How?
Yeah, there was a closed beta this
What?
week.
Right.
Yeah, quite a few people have.
Loads got in there.
I thought it was I didn't realise it. To be fair, I've not been keeping track. I just saw it was like the games journalists that were like playing it, so I thought it was just like they got handed like.
No,
Right?
you could sign up for it if you wanted to, and it was done on a lottery system, I think. So.
Oh my goodness!
Nana then puts, they need to revamp and evaluate how often they make these games.
Well,
and
every
Forza
year.
Horizon is very casual orientated, so of course that would sell all that much. So I can understand that, yeah. Brent put, I have a Series X and I played Warframe from 8 years ago. Of course. But what is most played? Total players or playtime?
Right. That is the.
I think
Would
it
it
is.
not be correlated by both though? Total playtime and number of players,
I think-
concurrent players.
I think the thing I used there when I looked at I think Xbox Store goes by player numbers.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it goes by player numbers, how many people are playing that game.
I would imagine
that's
PlayStation
what
probably
Xbox
goes by
does.
concurrent players.
Right.
Anyway, let's carry
Okay.
on. So we're going to move into the couple of the bigger news stories that we've got. So this one was added by Kylie. No surprises that she added this one because she wants to claim I was right.
Yes.
Valve have announced the Steam Deck has now been delayed by 2 months and is due to release in February 2022.
I told
So
ya!
Kylie,
I told ya. That's really all I got to say about this is I told ya!
you had more thoughts. Carry on.
No, I honestly, the writing on the wall for this one was very apparent. I don't know. I mean, they oversold their pre-sales. I don't know why they went on pre-sale. They don't have the components. We are in a chip shortage, and not just a chip shortage, by the way. We are in a full component shortage now. I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't know. I'm starting to think, this is how naive I am. I'm starting to think that people in the games industry only see dollar signs.
Really?
I was about to say that because I'm pretty sure there's a big contingent of individuals who see Valve as sellouts since Steam became so popular because the lack of games they've been making.
Right.
And the amount of software they've been making, though.
Yeah, ask Turtle Rock about that one.
So yeah, I mean, I think end of the day, right? Because again, it matters to us that we can't get these pieces of hardware, but to them, they're still making money, whether it's a bot buying their systems or not. You know, they're still getting the cash in. And I think Valve know that. No, not to say that that's their plan. They're like, oh yeah, we're just going to sell this, going to get money from it anyway. Like, I think that I like to think every game company does want their product in the hands of their consumer.
Yeah, no, I do agree with that.
I'm not going to say every company is an evil capitalist, hive mind that craves
profits.
Money.
Yes.
Profits, yes.
Financial sustenance.
Exactly.
Yes. They
feed the machine. Yeah.
Their greed can only be sated. But no, I do think. I think it's still optimistic to think that by February 2022 this problem will be resolved, because it won't.
It will
And
not.
So I don't see this getting anywhere near back to normalcy until like end of 2022, start 2023.
Actually, in recent news, we've seen all the major console makers say they're reducing their predictions of what they're going to actually be able to produce in the next year.
Nintendo recently did this on an investors call, didn't they? They reduced their sales expectation from 30 to 24 million on the Switch system. And even like a system that's been out for multiple years, and they're still struggling to actually find the components to put them together. And
if rumors to be believed, Microsoft's sitting on a bundle of series consoles for the launch of Halo.
They've got the limited edition one coming out.
We've long said that.
Available.
I did predict.
Ciaran did. He absolutely did.
They would be making a Halo Series X for.
You did.
I mean, way back he predicted that. Like on your.
You did. Yeah, that was way before they announced it. So fair play to you, Ciaran. You called that one.
Appearance. Holy crap.
It's good to feel like I'm inside or something.
It is nice, isn't it? You're just
here we go. Okay, let them fluff each other's egos.
No, shut up, Kylie. You've had more correct predictions than anybody on this show.
It's true. Okay, fluff my ego.
But I have to sometimes, You do. Got to keep the talent, around.
Keep me happy. And I won't trash my trailer. But.
That's why you're over in Northern Ireland now, isn't it? Really?
Yes, exactly. But no, I did predict this, but I don't mean that in like, oh, I'm so awesome. Well, I kind of do, but
that's how it's coming across.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's very smug.
I can't hide it. It is what it is.
Yeah, soon enough, we're gonna have that George Clooney-esque smug cloud coming over to the UK.
Oh gosh, yes, I smell my own farts or whatever that episode's about. But anyway,
Are you from San Francisco?
Yeah, there you go. But no, honestly, just use logic. And I'm telling our audience this. I know some of you guys bought into the pre-sales, which I'm not knocking you for at all. I mean,
you better not be. I want my portable GameCube.
Oh my gosh! Don't get me started on that.
No, we already discussed that. Side loading the GameCube emulator is just the best thing that's going to happen.
Retro Arches on Steam.
Excellent, even better.
Yeah. Pete, actually, do you want to hit chat right quick? Because there's a couple of things coming in about
Just a
the
couple,
Steam Deck.
yep. So Brent has put, I was very wary of the Steam Deck. I think we kind of all were.
Yeah.
Nana
Although some
put, I've
people
got
jumped
nothing.
on board very fast.
Nana has put, I got nothing for this besides Steam Deck is cool, and I wish it had an offline mode. And then puts, Kylie, when did you not know this? In big caps.
I've known it since the day it went on pre-sale.
That was about console makers wanting money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it went on pre-sale. I came on the show and I talked about it. I was just like, I mean, but I'm not knocking anyone. I'm not knocking anyone that did go pre-sale, because we have a lot of people in RR UK who did, and I think that's awesome. You know, if you believe in something, go for it. You know,
I don't knock anyone for trying,
no,
because
absolutely
it's
not.
it looks like a cool bit of kit that's got about an hour's worth of battery life, but hey ho.
My buddy was actually on Steam the other day, and he was saying, "Oh, you're saying, oh, again." I was like, "What?" And he was like, "They've updated the big screen mode for Steam, because you can actually switch to kind of controller mode for Steam." He said updated it, and he was actually saying it actually looks far better now, and that it actually looks very similar to like an Xbox interface almost. He was saying, and I was saying, well, that's probably them prepping for the Steam Deck.
Probably.
Yeah.
But it's good to see that they're actually like putting these in now, these kind of changes in, and actually like, and that it's actually that actually looks good. And again, from what I've heard,
I think
it
when
looks
it's
good. I'm not
released,
myself.
yeah, when it's released, it's gonna be very good.
Yeah. Last couple of comments. Brent's put, that reminds me, I love my Forza controller.
Right.
And then we've had.
Brent, did you get the Forza controller?
He did. He told us before that he did.
I know, but I've been I drank an entire bottle of Prosecco.
And then
the
crossover we all wanted. Biggie from the Modern Escapism podcast, big cop man on Twitch, has put big cop man.
Okay, because I was like,
which I always thought it was before.
You said cock.
He is put as Deadbeat sworn, yeah, and Deadbeatpunk put maybe.
I think we all have. I think we've all got our one in for today.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about the Forza controller. I know that's not on our list, but it is like so sexy. I love it. I want it.
I've never seen it.
I like it.
For it.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't like the look of it. Otherwise, I would have bought one myself.
I love it, and I'm not even a Forza person.
It's made out of like translucent orange
it
like
looks
plastic.
So
and
90s.
It does look kind of cool. It's
so retro.
Proper 90s throwback style.
It's so retro.
Yeah, I'm going to be straight up, right? I do not get the fascination with controllers. I don't get it, because end of the day, right? I'm a man of simple means, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, see, the same way that people kind of get dead passionate about cars. Oh, look at that car's so sexy.
Yeah, I don't get that now.
As long as a car's good enough to get me from point A to B intact and can last the test of time.
Kieran, did you see that bright red limited edition Resident Evil 5 Xbox 360 controller? Because that was sexy.
I'll be honest, I've had like some fancy controls that I've had. I say fancy. I've had a Gears of War one, which was like red, and it had like the kind of Gears logo kind of splattered on the side of it. It was quite cool. And I had a kind of Halo themed one as well.
I was gonna say.
But I never asked for them. It was just it was just a Christmas present. Just I see your controller's getting a bit worn, so I've got you a new one. I was like, all right, okay, cool. At the end of the day, it's a controller. If it works and I can play games on it, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so last couple of comments just before we move on.
I don't understand what that is. Yeah. What is Xaid?
What?
I don't know what Nana's talking about. Might be a UK thing.
Biggie has put right first time. Congrats on the 100 episodes. Thank you very much. I will be doing the same when you reach 100 episodes on Modern Escapism. Good sir.
Was that a brag?
No, it's because it's because I like the guys from Modern Escapism.
Humble brag.
Thank you very much. You know what? When you get to 100, I'll be there too.
They haven't been going as long as we have, okay?
Humble brag.
Yes, humble brag. Okay, fine, humble brag then. Okay. Nana has put it's 90s, but no, it's not. It's not cool 90s like Xaid, and then has put a link to Xaid.
What's Xaid? I can't click anything. I'm hosting.
Okay. I'm knowing Nana's search history. I'm not sure about clicking that. To be honest, I kid Nana, of course.
It's all waifus. All waifus.
Yeah, exactly. Brent, I played so much that I need some controllers when they inevitably break. Plus one for the PC and the Xbox and the 360.
Oh,
No, get out of here, you bot.
What is that?
oh, that's.
What is
Bye.
that? What is that? What's it from?
I want to be famous.
Yeah, I really did want to be famous as well. Anyway, we're going to move on to the final news story, which is the utter mess that is Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. Award goes for probably one of the worst names for a collection of all time. But this came out on November 11th. It's had a myriad of problems, including frame rate issues on the Switch, unusual character models for NPCs, rain effects occurring under shelters, generally looking terrible, and music being removed but still in the code for the game with an algorithm skipping it.
What?
It has also been disabled from the Rockstar launcher on PC, with Rockstar offering no chance for refunds at present.
Let Deadbeat go first on this, because I
was going to.
Okay.
Because you want me to bring up the hot coffee mods?
Yes!
Damn straight.
No, I was saying pre-show that I had downloaded this San Andreas on Game Pass. Thought I'd give it a go.
It's on Game Pass, yeah.
As soon as you get control on San Andreas, spoilers, you're asked to ride a bicycle. Which, straightforward.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, spoilers for a near 20-year-old game that's been remade or remastered, sorry.
2004.
So I hopped on the bicycle, went forward a few feet, seemed to hit about 200 miles per hour, hit a tree, and got shot into the sky. I don't think that happened in the original. My memory's bad, but it is not that bad.
Yeah, look, I've drunk since I last played that game.
So, yeah, in my experience, when it looks well, it really looks well. There's some lighting reflection on the side of cars that is really well done.
Yes.
But things like lighting and rain they got wrong.
Yeah.
It's a real mixed bag. I hate to be mean. I believe Grove Street team aren't the newest of teams.
No, they're not.
They are getting a lot of this flack, but it's a Rockstar product, and it should have.
This should have gone through Rockstar QA for sure.
Yeah, I don't feel right blaming the developer on this one.
I'm not. They had all the resources of Rockstar behind them in terms of finances. A studio there that knows how to create like big games like this, and the personnel available to help out with it.
Yeah.
Clearly, considering obviously with the issue that we've been hearing about, that apparently GTA 6 is in a bit of a dire straits as well at the moment, because since Dan Houser left, it's been bad. And Kylie, once again, you called it. That Dan Houser was clearly the most instrumental figure at Rockstar.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to bring up.
But it's not really a surprise. So I don't want to call Grove Street out on this one particularly, because they're a small studio who have just been contracted to do the work. This is down on Rockstar massively for this. Now, I'm going to go on to my thoughts on this quickly, because I had some that were in the chat that I think were, I don't know if it's logical, but I'm going to bring up a game where we had this sort of particular issue that's happened before, and that would be Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, where they tried to port the character models over from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 into Infinite, two games that had completely separate engines, and expected the best to come out of it.
Oh dear.
Now, what all this looks like is issues with poor optimization on Unreal Engine 4 from the porting process, I believe. So I am not too sure what else to make of it other than they weren't given enough time. This was an absolute rush job because Rockstar pulled the next generation version of GTA 5 from this holiday to next year. They needed to fill the slate somehow. This was rushed to market for sure.
Last time we were on, I was joking about how this would be the perfect Christmas present for people of a certain age.
Oh dear.
They used to like GTA. I don't know what to get them. I'll pick up this GTA game for them. So I think they definitely wanted to just have something for the holiday market.
I 100% agree.
Ready to start talking now.
So go on, Kylie. Please.
Okay, so here's my thing. Okay, I was on board when it was announced. Because, I mean, these are all
I
old...
wasn't.
Yeah, I know, but you're never on board with anything.
No, because I'm cynical. I'm an
You
old
are.
man, and I always believed that Rockstar would
You're the-
screw this in some way.
You did. You are. You're very cynical.
I called it. I did call it on the time when they announced it. I said this would be a rush job and it'll be bad.
Yeah, and so I have tried my best to have an open mind about this, and I watched Yes, Call Me Kevin. Yes, I got it in.
Wow, what a surprise.
But I watched Call Me Kevin play San Andreas, and I was trying my best to be open-minded. It looks like... He was playing San Andreas, and then he played GTA 3. It looks like crap. Now, we kind of mentioned this when it was just us talking offline, which is there's something about GTA San Andreas, the original, where the fog and the draw distance created a kind of feeling.
Yeah, I was supposed to mention that the draw distance has been improved on this one, making it like so that you can actually see the whole island, and it's literally just segmented.
Well, that's
it's
the thing.
So weird.
It's
There's
weirdly
like no depth or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It kind of takes away from it. It's very strange how that happens. I mean, because you can look up at the I guess call it city center. I've been in Belfast for so long. Americans, we call it downtown. But you can see you can really see the definition of the buildings, and the lighting is really nice and blah blah blah. But the feeling is different. It's very artificial, very robotic, very just fake. Whereas with San Andreas, because the draw distance and the fog that had to be implemented, it almost has this kind of like, ooh, this feels like the city, type of thing. And so even upgrading the trees and the foliage and all that kind of stuff, it looks good, but the feeling's been detracted. And it's also very strange contrast when they've upgraded the foliage and the office buildings and the cars with the lighting, which is great. And yet their body models are...
I brought this up. I brought this up in our chat. Have you seen what it looks like then? You when you're on the bikes.
Oh,
and you look
yes,
back on yourself.
Yes, like...
Oh, it's like nightmare fuel. It's so funny.
It's just like, what? So my thoughts come... I mean, I've always respected Rockstar because I keep going on about this, and I'm always going to go on about this. The way they revealed Red Dead Redemption 2, to me, was perfect. 6 months before the game dropped, they revealed it. And it was like... I don't know. The marketing was so well done. And I was so hyped for Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know what happened. Except for Dan Houser leaving, of course. This is low quality. Low quality and almost beneath them. And I'm quite disappointed. Because, as I said earlier, I tried to keep an open mind. And I tried to think, people are just hating. Because it's Twitter and people like to be angry and hate on things.
Yeah.
But then I watched it for myself and no, it's bad. It's really bad.
It's shocking. So, with that said, Ciaran, you have stayed moderately quiet on this particular topic. So I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are.
I haven't been asked, Pete.
No, I know that, but you can interject at any point. But you've been waiting your turn.
But I got to
really
talk
interested
finally.
To see your thoughts.
He was being chivalrous.
Chivalrous.
Yes.
Which make I mean, to be fair, right, I don't have much attachment to this. I never played them. My friends did. My friends have been playing them since they came out. Well, I say playing San Andreas since it came out. Again, I never played them. Don't have much attachment to them. I feel it as a nostalgia thing at the end of the day. But they seem quite content with that. I've not heard any complaints from them yet. They said their experience has been flawless. I mean, I think one of my mates is a bit biased.
Right.
Okay, that's fair.
But I'll bring this up with him because I don't think he's aware of the negative reception it's getting. No, they've been enjoying it. They say it's been great. They've had no glitches at all or anything I've been asking, and they've had a resolution. It's the same way for me when I played Outriders. Obviously, Outriders I think is one of the most tragic stories in gaming. Outriders is so good.
Yes, I agree with
but
this.
I remember like there's a number of people saying, "Oh, Outriders has got so many bugs in it." I never experienced a bug in Outriders once in my entire playthrough.
Then you get you got the bug where you appeared like with no, like you did get one bug because you talked about it on the show.
I know. The only bugs I got was when it was after I finished the game.
Oh, right.
And it came down to internet connectivity, which was
which
is what killed that thing.
Yeah.
Is that a bit because it's a service game more than anything? You would sort of expect that to happen.
Yeah, but like but it's the same way. So I think imagine there may be people listening or people that will be playing it that won't have any issues with it.
Right.
Which is interesting. But again, there's a lot of people that seem to have issues with it. I've not seen the reviews for either of this collection. I don't know what they're like. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but yeah, I don't really care for it. I know it's on Game Pass. I might try it out. My friends have said, "Oh, you need to try it if you've not played it." But
I thought I was going to.
Care?
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, the funny thing is that people that I know who are not really gamers but absolutely love like Grand Theft Auto haven't even bothered to pick this up. They are not interested in it whatsoever.
I think I'm guilty of like being put off old games if they still look old. Right, I'll admit it. There's few games I'll play that I'll play them
welcome back, Deadbeat.
when they first came out.
Well, thank you.
Like one game I can still play easily is Star Wars Republic Commando on my PC because that's because of nostalgia. It's because I played it back when I played it. I watched my dad play it for me because I was too young to play it myself.
Fair enough. Yeah.
When I was like 5.
Great.
But that's the reason I play Republic Commandos because I love that game, and I mean it holds up. But it's the same for people with GTA. They say, "Oh, it holds up," but I know they've changed some of the controls for this. They've changed some of the controls for this because the old controls were.
Trust me on this. GTA, as much as I love Vice City, that control method has not held up very well.
Yeah, but I've heard they've changed a few things.
The shooting mechanics, particularly.
My thing is this: the mod community, of which I absolutely adore, the mod community have been able to mod San Andreas and GTA 3 in a way that looks flippin' amazing, and yet Rockstar couldn't. That makes
hold on. No, let me add another point to that.
Okay.
Modders have made GTA 3 and Vice City work exceptionally well on the Switch to the point that Rockstar DMCA'd them.
Well, see, then I don't understand. Why can't they pull a Bethesda and just pay for them?
Sorry to interrupt. Their team instead of reverse engineered.
They reverse engineered the mobile version to get it running on the Switch via cracking and obviously homebrew version, and Rockstar DMCA took them down. And they're taking them to court over it.
Team this and just brought them in for the
collection. Absolutely.
I just don't get
it.
Like
Rockstar used to be a company that would actually care about the modders and all of that, and now they've moved very much far away from them since GTA 4, and I absolutely can't understand why.
But I mean, is that Rockstar? Is that Take-Two?
Well,
it could be Take-Two. It could be the management at Rockstar. But then again, you look at Bungie, where they
spoiling over here.
Yeah, but the point is that Bungie obviously had the same instance when Halo was around, and they embraced that kind of thing, and they still do.
Look, I think what we're seeing now is Dan Houser had a bigger influence than we could have ever imagined. Is what 100%. Because the company has gone from it's not there is no perfect company. But it has gone from what I thought was a great marketing structure, just a great game development company, to what the WTF are they thinking? you know?
Even if it boiled down to somebody just having final say and them having quite an artistic vision of the product.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's what Dan Houser was, though, and
he was definitely.
I think it's pretty evident that Sam can't actually run that company without Dan.
And it just makes me wonder what was his reasons for leaving. I mean, I've always wondered what caused him to leave. I mean, because
I reckon a fallout with Sam.
Well, I mean, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it's his brother. But
Well, he's not even talked about his leaving of Rockstar
well,
at all, so it
thing
seems
with-
a bit weird.
it does. And the thing with game development is years in the making. You know, they know what games they're putting out 5 years from now. For him to leave when he did, that means he saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
And he just poof.
Is it also possible that Dan didn't agree with the whole crunch culture, and after Red Dead 2 just decided, now I'm not putting myself through this again?
Look, I'll be honest. I don't think that crunch culture affects management very much. If I'm
No, it
it's
doesn't affect
controversial,
them.
but
It does
No,
have to
it-
manage human beings.
Yeah,
well,
but it doesn't.
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
it may not.
but
it may
most
not affect-
management isn't.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It might not affect the management in terms of like the actual working, but actually having to see your employees go through that.
Oh,
If he didn't agree with it and
Look,
Sam kept pushing through it, then that
if
could cause
that's
disparity.
true, then Dan Houser has my heart, and I'm like on board with that.
Yeah.
It's just not something you see a lot from, you know, CEOs and
No, but you look at
upper
obviously
management.
you look at that terrible movie that came out on BBC about the two of them, and there was only one person that got actually physically offended by that, and that was Sam Houser.
Okay, I will give you that.
I think the guy's an egotist.
I think you have to be to an extent. Not in a good way.
Yeah, but maybe to the point where Dan just couldn't take it anymore and he had enough and just went, nah, see you later.
Maybe
Done.
that's why he bailed, and
Yeah.
I'm going to support him in
So
that.
it's probably closed up with that many NDAs. We won't hear for a very long
Oh,
time.
yeah.
We
Was
never
it
will.
10 years? NDAs are usually about 8 to 10 years.
I actually don't think we'll ever hear about
I
it,
had to
to be
sign
honest.
an NDA. I've had to sign a couple of them.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll go to the chat quickly
Yes.
about this one because Biggie has come in with the typical, here we go again. I'm glad someone memed it.
Oh, yeah, here we go again.
Nana put, it's Cayman Rider. Also, oh god, this remaster is a mess. Yep,
All you had to do
true
was
that.
follow the train, CJ.
Biggie then followed up by saying, brilliant. Brent put, I want. People wonder why I don't like
Well-
Rockstar games. I think people are starting to wonder why people even like Rockstar
Well,
games.
I like Rockstar games. I like Red Dead Redemption 2, which I have said so many times. But I like Red Dead.
Yeah.
But Bully is really like this kind of hidden gem. It's less hidden
Bully's
now.
fantastic.
I love Bully. I mean, it is riddled with bugs. But the
Yeah, the
game
PS4 version
itself-
is a little bit better now, though, for that.
Is it really? See, I have
Yeah,
not
yeah.
played it since it was released.
Yeah, they managed to iron out some of the bugs that were in there. There's some that still remain.
It's super buggy, but it's a really good game with a lot of heart. That's the thing with Rockstar. There's a lot of
Yeah.
heart there.
Yeah.
You know,
Jimmy is a cool protagonist, actually. I
He's
really liked
great,
him.
because you think you're going one way and then you flip it. You know, and I just love that.
Mm.
I just love it.
Yeah, so Brent got very, very concerned and said, what happened? Where's Deadbeat?
He has
I was
returned.
behind you, Brent.
Oh, the whole time. The whole time.
I was there. Nana put, whenever someone mentions Outriders, I think of Descenders, which my friend Rez keeps going on
What is Descenders?
about. Lol.
What is that?
There was a game called The Descenders,
I don't know that game.
or Descenders.
Huh?
This
No.
is how much I know about it, clearly.
I think that's all we need to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, knowing
We
that
know
it's
nothing.
Nana, it's probably got cute anime girls.
Yeah,
Just
It's
probably.
some
another
waifus.
mountain biking game. They were similar.
All right. Right.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, I think it was mountain biking. That rings a bell now. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I literally
So-
don't. But anyway.
Right, so that is the news. That's
Yes.
all the news we got, and it's took a lot longer than
That's
I ever
quick
thought
news.
it
Oh,
probably
come
would.
on.
Well done.
So, Ciaran, at this point,
Kieran, you can stay. You don't have to leave.
Are
Don't
you
leave.
are you staying with us, or are you?
Kieran, please stay.
I've got mac and cheese waiting for me.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, at this
Some
point,
mac and
Ciaran
cheese.
will have to leave us.
Mac and
This boy must feast.
Yes, I agree. But,
But it was great having you back.
yeah, we love.
Be
Like
back.
Ciaran, like because it's the 100th episode, I'll just say like we loved having you on again. You know, it was great having you here as a temporary stand-in for a while,
And
we
having
wanna
you
have
on
back
top
at some
of
point
Deadbeat.
when you can join us when you have a bit more time. You're always welcome here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should. Well, thank you very much. I should definitely be here for Game of the Year.
Excellent.
Yes, please,
But,
because I get
the
bored.
So yeah, chat, hold him to that. If he doesn't turn up, then rip him apart, please.
But yeah, it's a pleasure being on today. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much, mate. Thanks for
Please.
coming in and discussing the.
Oh
the
crap!
news.
I gotta
Finally,
change the
virtually meet sweet
graphics.
cheeks.
I know, Deadbeat.
Oh.
I think, as I said at the start.
Oh gosh. Oh,
That was the meeting we
well,
all
there you
needed,
go.
and it's ended in such
wow,
great fashion.
Ciaran, you have
what
frozen.
to post that was as well.
What did you hear from me? Yeah, what was the last thing?
Barely anything.
We just heard
Right.
thanks, and then you froze.
Right, so what I was saying was, Deadbeat, it was my highlight today.
Aw.
I mean, you as well.
Likewise,
Mhm.
I'll
So,
cherish this forever.
I'm sure you both will.
I've already screen capped this. Yes.
Well, it is a Twitch stream. You could go back and watch it at any
No,
time.
just me and you, the Deadbeat.
Subscribe.
No, I mean, plug for the VOD, of course.
How's the hot
Yeah,
tub been?
But you remember what things used to be like, obviously, with multiplayer games back in the day. You know, the whole screen-looking thing where people put cardboard up. You could just do that.
Oh goodness. Yes, but I want to know how
And
the
that's a
hot
reference
tub's.
that Ciaran will never understand.
I get the premise at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
How
a big
is the
problem
hot
on the
tub
N64.
Because
Ready?
I made this hot tub for you,
Yes.
especially you and Deadbeat.
Right.
Lovely. Thanks,
Awful.
Ciaran.
Okay. See you later, guys. Enjoy the show.
Thank you,
Stop.
mate.
Bye. Okay.
So,
now,
We're
now
down
I-
to a 3.
now I have to fix all the graphics.
Yeah, I was going to say,
You guys talk while I fix.
Yeah, we-
I don't want to get moved over and be Pete for an episode.
Oh my gosh! Actually,
Ooh.
you're Ciaran and I'm Deadbeat. So.
Oh yeah, I can see myself like twice. I've got half my face on one and
Yeah.
half on the other. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Oh, that's too
That's how I've
funny.
always wanted to be. It's the Two-Face persona we were going with earlier.
Let's see. We will. Okay, y'all two talk
yeah,
while
I
I
know,
do
I know.
this. Okay.
So, Deadbeat, what are we doing next? If you want to introduce the next segment, as you will officially be taking the hosting chair for the moment.
Yes, everybody, for the next section, we are going to have a bit of a Q&A with these two souls. I have been provided with a fantastic list of questions that hopefully they'll have answers for, because if you don't,
It's gonna be
somebody
funny.
has to answer for this.
I have my pen and paper at the ready.
Oh gosh.
Oh, professional.
Oh gosh.
Look, I don't want to do anything to screw this computer up. The recording seems fine at the moment, so
Oh, I
I've said
know.
it now. It's been cursed.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, it has.
Don't even look at it.
Oh dear. Oh
Look,
dear.
Look, usually I'd minimise the window. It stayed open this whole time because I'm not letting this happen. So, just before we
Stream's
carry on,
starting to look
obviously,
like
so
a game
big,
of catchphrase.
Yeah.
As the guests drop out, we'll be able to tell what's the picture.
yeah, bit of a shout out for a friend of the show, Mike Tendo, who nicely sent me a pen. So I'll be using that today.
I'm almost got you back on screen, Pete.
Hey. Okay, I can really see that hot tub now, and
Yeah.
that's a good hot tub.
Isn't it?
It's a great
fine
hot tub.
I love.
Oh,
hot tubs.
yes.
I'm totally getting a hot tub next year.
Yeah, the old.
When would you ever
The old
use it
human
over
suit.
here?
What?
You two would know that
Just
better than I.
catch rain?
I know.
Well, it'll probably be on the south wing of her house,
Oh, shut up. So,
or is it in the
What?
third courtyard?
what most people don't know is that I have a manor home that I'm quite proud of and yet also embarrassed.
No, it's become a source of.
All
joke
I'm hearing
for the
is
rest
a
of
lot
us.
of free sofas in Belfast for the meetup.
Yeah,
Hey,
damn straight.
it's true.
Nice.
I have 2 lodgers right now, so hey.
Yeah, what I've always said to you, Kylie, so long as I've got my own room when I'm over there,
I'm
nobody has to worry about
I'm
me
putting you
disturbing
either-
anyone.
Yes, you're either going to be in the gym or the media room. So.
Are you sure that's
Cinema
wise?
room.
Either one of the two. Like,
I'm.
I'm more than likely to get crushed by a set of weights in the gym,
Have
and
you seen my gym?
your
It's so
electricity
awesome.
bill would go up monumentally if I stayed in that media room.
You would be shocked at how much my electricity bill is. That's probably.
I wouldn't actually. You run a business.
The GDP of a small country.
Excellent. Excellent stuff. So,
Okay.
with that said, you're still rearranging, so we'll keep divulging some stupidity
Okay.
for a minute.
I think we're good.
This is going to sound great for audio listeners,
Oh,
of course.
I know. Poor
yeah.
audio listeners. See,
Bring us
Ciaran's not
along.
here. He's here to. He's usually the one that champions the audio listeners.
I know. So, So I'll go to check quickly.
Right
So,
after. I want to address. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Pete. You got it.
Brent has put it's a downhill biking game. Thanks for that. So, and he then put mac and cheese trumps 100 episodes. He is correct.
Yes.
And he said good to see Ciaran again.
It is. It's always good.
Nana has asked if he could join for this part.
Not for this part, but afterwards we'll have you and Brent. Brent. I think we can only have 4 at one time.
No, we can have more. We can have more. Like, we can have up to 10 in the group, so...
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So, Nana, you are more than welcome to join us for the next part. We're going to cover a topic.
I missed what Deadbeat said.
I was saying we can all talk on top of each other on this channel.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Trust me, the 50th was an absolute mess for that at times.
Oh, gosh, that was so crazy. Okay, so
yeah,
now...
we just had every single guest back that we had, like, on the previous episodes, and they all come in at different times, but a lot of them were together, and few people kept talking over each other, and it got a bit heated.
Yeah, well, no, we're going to be nice.
I'm not saying anything more. Those are past episodes. We go no further.
For our audio listeners and for our visual listeners, that's totally a thing. We are about to start a section I'm not gonna lie, I was inspired by Game Grumps, because you guys know I love my YouTubers. And
basically, I stole this idea from a YouTube channel that I like, and then complained that Call Me Kevin stole my cool sign.
He totally did.
See, exactly my point.
But anyway, I thought it would be funny if Pete and I, who have now not only on screen but behind the scenes have been friends for 2 years. Now, I don't make friends.
We never knew each other before this podcast started.
No, we did not.
We literally had a 15-minute conversation before we started recording, like, to work out a plan, and that was it.
It's 100% the truth. People find that unbelievable, but we actually had not. Pete, you thought I was a dude.
Originally, yes, yeah. I did. When we were talking in chat on Discord, I thought you were a dude at first, and I was like, and when you came on the call, I was like, oh crap,
this is a chick. Oh,
I was like, oh no, oh no, what did I do? Girl
gamer. Oh no. It was quite funny because he was actually advising me offline about I was going through a very, very rough time, which is why this podcast ever started. I just had my heart just decimated, and Mike, I don't remember what Mike said, but I said, you know what, can we do a podcast? And he was like, you know what, I'm open to anything. And
this was bearing in mind that I previously, before you'd come in, I said, I would like to do a podcast.
And so I sent out
and nobody took it up.
Nobody took it up. I sent out the call.
Yeah.
I lit the fires, and only Pete replied, and we'd said, okay, on Sunday we'll record our first episode. And Pete and I talked for the very first time that episode, and it worked, which is
I know
weird.
It was very, very strange how it actually did work out, to be fair. Like, we're going down memory lane here. It was like, I was bricking it before we did that episode as well.
I mean, I was like, I don't know. I approach life very, like, I just have fun. And that's how I approached the podcast. Was just, this is just going to be some fun.
Whereas I had to do all the editing work,
yes,
and I had to do all the putting together of the documents, so there was a lot more pressure on me than anything.
It's true. Yes, so I thought it would be funny, and I hope it is funny. It will be funny. To do a kind of
it want to be funny, yeah.
Oh yeah, because Deadbeat's hosting it, so the comedy is definite.
I
mean, comedy just oozes out of this man.
Oh no, body
this
fluids.
This is my comedy face.
We're back to
I just thought that was a Northern Irish, like, standing bitch face.
That is something I do love. I love the deadpan humor of Northern. Oh, that's another thing we should probably tell.
For goodness.
If you did not know, and you should know, go follow Deadbeat. His podcast
and his great
well.
podcast,
Yeah, it's really great. We're both in Northern Ireland, despite the American accent.
Yeah,
we're basically neighbours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone in Northern Ireland knows each other, or at least knows a family member. That's
I'm
not
sure
a
you
joke.
two, without even realising it, you two have probably run into each other in a shop and not known. But now Kylie is going to be on the lookout because she knows your
At
face.
the Christmas market.
Yes, which is open this year, by the way. Holy crap! But the Christmas market's a big deal here. See, it's funny because what people might not know is Northern Ireland, while small, it's very like Belfast is like a big town, but it's small. It's very hard to describe. Going from Houston to Belfast. And everyone knows everyone, literally. It's amazing, and I love it. It's absolutely wonderful. It is. But back to what we were saying. Yes, thought it would be funny to do a best friends quiz or a BFF quiz or whatever it's called. Because, I mean, full stop. That's hilarious. Content.
Well, would you like me to run with it?
I didn't mean to do that, so apologies there.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Fix
I was just
that.
adding you in, so don't answer that call.
Do not answer that call yet. I haven't set up the graphics for it.
Too late.
Oh, yeah, I've just completely screwed it. So
You have.
my bad.
Oh, well done, Pete.
Yep. Why did you add them in right now?
The more the merrier.
Because otherwise I would have forgotten.
So
don't worry, it's fine. It's fine.
for our audio listeners, yes, Pete has added 2 people that will be joining us after this to the call.
Sorry, it was a bit. I didn't realise when I added them in, it was just going to call them straight away.
It's totally messed up our hot tub.
Yeah, it's now become a more human soup.
Now that I've said that, I'm not sure.
Oh, goodness.
I'm not sure I could ever do a hot tub with anyone else. Now that I've said that, I've kind of grossed myself out.
Yeah.
I know, this feels like a great group for a hot tub.
Oh.
If you had to choose.
Oh, it's the best group.
If you had to choose, for sure. For sure.
Bit sad that Ciaran left, but yeah.
I know.
Yeah, well, some people just can't handle the heat for more than an hour, you know.
It was a pleasure to watch him get out.
What is it? I hate to see you leave, but I like to watch you walk away.
Oh my god. Excellent.
Ciaran was the spice in our soup.
Yeah.
Quiz.
I'm still waiting for you to fix this, Pete.
What do you mean?
It's still got the 2 guys.
Yes, I'm totally aware. I can't do anything about it.
Oh no.
So, Nana and Brent, would you mind hanging up for the moment so Kylie could fix this? And then we'll call back. We'll tell you when to call back in. All right.
This is my window.
Sorry about that.
It's myself.
It's totally my fault. Sorry.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
There we go. I'm sorry, everyone.
It's only because I'm really bad at the video graphics.
100th episode ruined. Well done, Pete.
Look, this is on the 50th one. I had to manage about 10 other people.
Oh my
at
gosh,
times, so it was
crazy.
It was a bit mental. So we get on. Shall we get on with this now? Then?
Yes.
Will we get on with the quiz? Will we go on ahead?
Well,
would that be okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you may proceed.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a BFF quiz, which I think is hilarious. And it will be hosted by one Deadbeatpunk, which will give you his contact.
Contextual.
Thank you. Contact.
Someone's drunk too much prosecco.
I drank an entire bottle of prosecco. This is empty, so this.
Yes.
Also, why did it look like you were holding a cigarette then as well? It was like, I've been drinking. There we go. I'm gonna smoke.
That's my marker. Yes. So anyway, you can find all his info at the end of the show. But anyway, yes, Deadbeat, I'm handing it over to you.
Yes, here we are. Over here for the friend quiz with the friendliest host in the business, me.
That's right.
So we're gonna go question. I'll get Kylie to answer first, and then Pete to answer after because I like Kylie more.
Woo!
And
That's
we have
understandable.
That
to be
never happens. That never happens.
Good. So, 20 questions in all. We might as well start at the beginning because that's where things start. Kylie,
Yes.
which is your favorite Harry Potter book in the series?
My favorite or Pete's favorite? Ooh, because it's a best friend quiz, so I should be asking.
Yeah.
Am I asking these questions
Yeah.
of the other? Oh,
Yeah.
Then apologies. You think I would have done my homework? Kylie,
That's
which
my
is
fault.
Pete's favorite Harry Potter book?
Let's see. I'm gonna write down this one only because it's the only Harry
Does
Potter.
it have to be book or movie?
It is book here if you want to split
Okay.
hairs.
I did
Sure,
And
wonder
I will
that.
split lips.
No, that's fine. I just
There's
Very,
no time for this, Pete.
very Northern
I'm just-
Irish.
just confirming. You know us English. We'd like to move the
Oh
goalposts.
goodness!
That's
Oh
all.
my goodness! English say
I know
sorry.
you like
all
to
the time.
pray.
Okay, so I'm only saying this because I don't know the name of any other Harry Potter stuff. Let's see.
I'm glad you actually said it the correct way, the English name, not
Yes,
the
not
not
the
the actual
American.
American crap name. But no, you are incorrect.
What is your
Oh
favorite?
dear. Well, Pete, will we get your answer and then we'll compare?
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Which of the books that Kylie doesn't know do you think is her favourites?
I actually. So, in terms of numbers, I'll go with number 4, which is Goblet of Fire, because I think it's the most dark and brooding.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Pete, is Philosopher's Stone your favourite book in the Harry Potter series?
No.
I've
So we
literally.
Oh,
got that one wrong.
It's the Order of the Phoenix.
Really? Okay. That.
Hmm
And
that's-
Kylie, is Goblet of Fire your favourite book in the series?
I've literally never read a Harry Potter book. I've never seen a Harry
Why
Potter
did you put
book.
this question on?
This is the first one!
I wanted to see that.
This quiz has gone to hell already.
I've never seen a Harry Potter movie or read a book in my life.
I will need words for a response, Kylie. I can't accept giggling.
The pick and mix of the Goblet of the Phoenix.
Okay, I'm taking half a point for that one at least.
We will give Pete half a point for Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of the
Can
Phoenix.
mix. Yep.
I have ridden the Harry Potter train in
Question
Scotland.
2. Kylie, when Pete goes into a coffee shop, what is his order?
Oh,
This is
easy.
easy.
Okay,
Yeah,
he's
you need
ordering
the
easy.
answer. Yeah, you need the
La,
answer.
la, la. My marker's going out, so let's hope you can see this. Okay, are you ready for my answer?
You
I
can't
can't
just
accept
read
words,
it out.
yeah.
Yeah, you can accept words because remember this
Especially
is an
as a
audio format
podcast.
as well.
Oh, okay. I guess that's true. So I've written no coffee, just tea.
And you would
Whereas
be absolutely.
you could have said tea.
Yeah,
well,
I
you
could
would
have
be
done that.
absolutely. You would be absolutely correct in that because I don't drink coffee. So give Kylie a point on that one.
Yep, not a problem. Pete, same question.
Oh, this is a tough one because I know she does like coffee.
I do.
So I think, bearing in mind I know how high energy she is, I'm gonna go with either espresso or cappuccino. So I'll probably go with espresso.
Oh my gosh, you're correct. You're absolutely correct. That is correct.
Oh yes!
I love espresso, and weirdly, cappuccino is my go-to when people buy me coffee, and I'm too embarrassed to say espresso.
Now I remembered that because I remembered the conversation that we had about that time with you in the coffee shop. So
Oh gosh, yes. So you are correct on
someone
that.
listens.
Oh my gosh, that's weird.
And for the third question, we have... What is their default binge TV show on Netflix when they can't decide on what they want to watch?
Okay.
Oh Jesus! I think Kylie knows this.
Okay, well here's the thing. Pete doesn't watch Netflix. He watches Disney Plus, and what he watches on Disney Plus is Futurama.
I am sorry for writing out that question, Kylie.
Yes.
If I had that knowledge, I probably would have put that in the question.
For the audience, I wrote
Fine.
questions.
Well, if we were going specifically just on Netflix, but if we were going on streaming services,
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do
you'd
that.
still be wrong.
Okay, I gotta know. Well, wait, do we have to find out mine first?
No,
Mine
well,
is actually easy. If you've been
Well, I was
following
going
my Twitter.
I was gonna say, based on Netflix at the moment, it is that really random Chinese show that I still don't know the actual name of. So, like Chinese Game of Thrones. If you
You
call
are
it.
correct. That is word of honor.
Am I correct?
You are correct.
I couldn't hear you, Kylie.
You are correct. It is word of
Yeah.
honor.
Okay, and the correct answer from my side, if it was all streaming, would be The Simpsons.
Oh my gosh.
But if it was Netflix based, it would have been BoJack Horseman.
Oh, so I lost a point there. Pete,
Yep.
I cannot believe you
Another
guessed
point
that
for
correct.
me.
Pete is ahead. Oh gosh.
This format's working out fantastically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's really working in Kylie's favour, isn't it? It's starting to show who listens in the conversation. Or who puts too much information on Twitter.
There you go.
So, we got Pete's. We guess Kylie's?
Pete guessed mine.
I did, yeah,
can't
it was
believe
that.
it. I
Yeah, it
really
was
can't
that
believe
Chinese Game of Thrones I didn't know the name of, so.
it. Which I have specifically hidden the name of because the fan base is cray cray.
Yeah, that's why I don't know the name, because you've not even told me it in a private conversation.
Yes.
So.
That is correct. Oh my
Right, for
gosh.
question number 4, in the
Oh.
event of a tragedy, who have they tasked to wipe their internet history? And yes, there will be a follow-up question as to why somebody needs to delete your internet history. Pete.
Okay, for Pete, it would be Rachel. Oh no!
No! Do you really think I want to see my search history? No!
Alright, Pete.
Do you know what the answer is, Kylie?
Yes, I'd like to know.
It's you.
I
You're the
would
only
delete
one I
it.
could trust with
I
that
would
information.
absolutely delete it in a heartbeat, and no one would ever know what vile, disgusting things he said.
It's not that disgusting.
No, it's not. He's
Just a terabyte of porn, you know.
Yeah, I got 2, so.
Hey!
All right, Pete.
This is hard, though, because there's not many people you know.
That's true. You're
So I'm
not
going to go
wrong.
with Lynn.
Ooh. My actual answer, although that is a good
Damn it.
answer, my actual answer is I have nothing to delete because I'm not ashamed of any
Bull.
of my shit.
Absolute bull.
If you know me, I'm quite out and proud of my craziness.
Okay. Yeah, alright, I'll give you that one then. That's a fair answer.
That one was definitely tailor-made, that question.
Yes.
Yeah, trying to imply that I've got some dodgy search history by any chance.
Involving redheads. Oh!
Oh! Why do you think I don't want Rachel finding that out?
Oh gosh, Pete is leading by 1 point at this point.
Excellent. But I did get half a point on the first.
Okay, 1.5.
Yeah.
That half point will matter.
Oh gosh.
So on to number 5. What does the other person do for a living, and what is the company called?
Easy.
That's
This one's
way
easy.
too easy.
Now, it's not like anybody was brandishing glasses with their logo.
No,
on it or anything.
Kylie is a business owner and the company is called Bamboozy.
This is totally not a marketing ploy on my part.
Oh, not much, really.
Pete is correct. That is my business name, so I'll give Pete a
Do I get 2 points for that?
No.
Oh.
Well, I
No,
say
you get
that.
half a point for
Half
each, right?
points.
One, I guess.
Deadbeat is actually in charge, so if he wants to give you extra points, that's fine.
Shall we agree that each one is half a point?
Yeah, that's probably actually good because I know that Pete works for an insurance claiming company.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea the name of it, and I know you've told me.
I have told you before,
but I can't even remember my own name. So
that's fair, actually. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Allstate.
No.
Okay.
And
Good effort, though.
what was it? Job title as well.
What they do for a living and the company's name. Yeah.
So I think she's kind of right. She got insurance correct. So yeah, give her that one. Give her half a point if you want.
Yeah, I feel sorry for me and my drunk.
Because I have my work pass close by, I don't usually reveal this, but here's.
Oh,
AIG.
I knew it was an
AIG, American
company.
Investment Group.
See, I knew it was an American company, which is why I said Allstate.
Yeah. That's fair. I can get on board with that.
Okay.
Oh no, we've got
Number
Oodles
6.
in the chat. We've got Oodles in the chat now. Oh, we've got the Modern Escapers and crew coming in.
Hello.
We blocked that and just going ahead.
Yeah,
number
I'm not
6.
sure if that's a bot, so.
Oh gosh.
What do you think the other spirit animal is?
I did that one on purpose.
Panda.
Okay, so Pete's is pretty easy. Your spirit animal is a penguin.
Yes. And yours is
Thank
panda.
you. Ooh. Yes.
Because your whole company logo is panda.
That doesn't mean anything.
It's a bit of a giveaway, isn't it?
I thought that would be. I thought that one would be a bit tougher.
No. Yeah, appreciate that, Oodles. He says some very beautiful people here in this stream.
Aw, thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll get back to the comments
even
in a
though,
bit anyway.
even though Ciaran, who is the most beautiful of all,
Yeah.
is
Oh,
no
you
longer
melt your
with
eyes
us.
out.
To which he has followed up with Deadbeat's Who comment to Deadbeat Pillock.
Yes, I think we should block for abusive language. No need for that. So, what's the favourite thing that they like to hate watch or read?
So, yeah,
Oh.
the thing with Pete is everything he watches is hate watch. Just,
Yeah, because I'm a cynical bastard.
just
that's
catches other podcasts and never watches. So my answer is literally everything.
Give her that one. Just give her that one. It's a good
Yeah.
answer. It's a good answer. Part of me wants to say call me Kevin, but I now think it's Game Grumps.
I hate to admit it, but you are correct, Pete. I hate watch Game Grumps because
Yes!
right now I am pissed off at Dan.
Was that number 7, by the way?
Oh gosh.
That was question 7, yes.
Hey,
I cannot believe Pete is doing this well. I really thought that I would do this because I made the questions.
Because I made the questions, I knew what was coming.
Oh gosh.
So for
Okay.
question number 8, we've got a driving one. How would you rank their driving skills compared to their actual driving skills? Sorry, that is 1 for how you believe they think they drive,
Yep.
and another half point for how they actually drive.
Kylie, do you want to go first on this one?
Yes. So Pete.
You have to say that again because you cut out again.
Oh, Pete is not big on driving. Okay, I can't believe.
Not big on driving?
Yes. Because you don't drive.
No, because yeah. Yeah.
He does,
Okay.
or he did at one time have a car in his garden that he would have
It
driven,
didn't move.
but it didn't move, and he sold it. So.
She is correct. I don't even know the license. So, in terms of that, give it 2 points because you got it nailed
Deadbeat's
dead on
face.
even half.
See, I live for Deadbeat's reactions to these. That's
No,
why
that was
I wrote it.
The confusion was like, what?
He doesn't have a license, he doesn't drive, but
But
you
I
asked
owned a
a
car.
question about driving.
The logic. You now know what I have to deal with on a weekly basis, Deadbeat.
Oh, Chloe's
Hey,
just
can I get
joined.
your answer, please?
Hey, Chloe.
Chloe.
And
so-
hello, Chloe.
So in terms of drive, how she thinks she drives,
Yeah.
she thinks she's a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
How-
she is that.
How she actually drives is a free. She is a speed demon.
That's not a bad thing.
I'm not saying it was.
I hate to admit
Really?
this.
Would you agree?
Yes, I hate to admit it is correct yet again. I have what is called a lead foot in America.
You've told me that before.
I have admitted to getting speeding tickets on this very show.
The joys of actually being the editor, I get to hear all this back for a second time.
Gosh, yes.
Looks like we're splitting hairs about a hot tub here. Pete, you're going to have to take the shirt off.
Chloe, I worry about that comment. Haven't you got a partner? Well, how would he feel about me getting my moves out?
They're
He'd
both
probably
watching.
be like, yeah.
Okay, alright, if Jordan's
Exactly.
watching, I'll do it.
See? Deadbeat's so on. He's like, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Pete, keep your
gosh.
shirt on. Question
Yeah, I
9.
will.
What do they actually want for dinner?
What, like right now?
Yes.
Ooh.
So,
Oh, this is easy. I'm saying.
oh
It's
gosh.
nachos.
Okay, it is actually easy.
Yeah! Because it's what you always eat, for Christ's sake.
I'm autistic. You can predict what I'm going to eat.
Right?
But-
Swap it around.
Pete would love to have steak. 100%.
Oh.
Yeah, I really would.
I have
I mean, I had a good
received-
one the other day, but that's I could eat steak any day.
I
of the
have
week.
received, other people receive, naughty pics. I receive steak pics.
Well, I do send you my meat.
You always
Too
serve them
late.
with baby mushrooms.
Oh my god.
Question 10. How much is the other's student debt?
I thought this was really cool.
Okay.
So does Pete, obviously.
Remember, I'm an American.
On this one, I'm gonna say that Kylie is now debt free.
You would be correct, because I have never, ever taken out a student loan in my life.
Okay. So I get this wrong then.
Well, no, I'm debt free because I don't have
Yeah.
any student debt.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm taking a point for that one then.
Okay, so Pete, I know you went. You did not finish, which is still better than me. I didn't go at all or finish high school. So I would say, I don't know, 1,000 pounds.
You would be very much incorrect.
Right?
Because
Okay.
over in this country, college after high school is free. I never went to university,
So wrong.
so I have accrued no debt.
So wrong, but also good. That's very good. But so wrong. God, in America, if you just think about going to college, they give you like a debt for life.
Yeah, it's like there you go. Okay. Oh, what? You consulted about this university? That's 2,000.
Exactly. Like that's not a joke.
I thought it was a joke, but clearly
No,
I know nothing about the educational system.
Like if you go and get your what they call a credit check. I don't think they have an equivalent over here. I'm not sure.
We do. We have a credit check.
Okay, they will. If you just run your credit to get a credit check, they'll put a strike against your credit.
Yeah, great.
Yay, America!
America.
And I'm
Not doing the
proud
next
to
part.
be an American. Anyway.
I think we'll say question 11, because I may need this one explained to me.
Okay.
What is their ultimate shipping couple? Romances count?
I really don't understand this
So-
question either.
Shipping, as Nana will attest.
Or
is-
docking?
What?
Would it be docking?
I don't know what docking is.
You don't want to know.
Oh dear, is that a porn thing?
It might be.
I likes that. But no, shipping is like anything. YouTubers, fiction, writing, movies, anything, couples that you think would be good, and it can be totally two dudes, a dude and a chick, or two chicks, or whatever. It doesn't, it's like, that kind of thing. So like,
So does it
BoJack
just have to be
and-
fiction, basically?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't even have to be fiction. You could do like Hillary Clinton
Anyone.
and Joseph Biden. I don't know. I just pulled those two names. I just pulled the two names out.
I know, but that's still gross. It's a gross thought to put those two together.
You'll
So
know
basically,
that. You won't guess mine.
oh, I will. It's you and Call Me Kevin.
That's okay. That's a safe choice, Pete. Thank you for that. Yeah.
So is that correct?
We'll go with that. I'll give Pete that credit. just to save my ego.
Oh dear, I got the Vaseline smear on me now. Got out of
No
focus.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
Kelly,
Pete,
same question.
yes, Pete's shipping couple is easy. Tom Hardy and Henry Cavill or Cavill, Witcher guy, Superman. That
Yeah,
guy.
Henry Cavill and Tom Hardy, Bane and Superman.
One for Kelly, then.
No, you're incorrect.
Oh.
Because until today happened, it would have been Ciaran and Deadbeat.
That should have been my answer.
God, this focusing stupid camera. There we go. Hello, everyone. So, yeah,
That would have been my answer too.
Another point.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, would that be your answer as well?
So number 12. What store has the biggest charge on their credit card?
I think Kylie will know this one pretty well. I think you will. So go on.
I don't actually, but I know we've talked about it. But I don't know. I'm gonna say Smith's.
Yeah, because I've bought consoles
Yes,
from there.
Exactly.
I bought an Xbox, I bought a Switch.
Oh
of
my
course it would be.
I can't believe
Smith's
I
Toys
was right.
is correct. It's my go-to place for trying to buy a console. And you know how much I've been trying to get that Series X. in there as well.
Exactly. But I thought it was a good trick question for you.
Yeah. Because you barely spend money at times, but when you do, you go extravagant and it's ridiculous. And it could be anywhere. That's the problem. With you, it's anywhere. So
Well, I'm
anywhere
gonna
that
need an
sells,
answer.
fine, anywhere that sells a Versace mug.
Pete would be wrong because I don't use credit. I only use cash.
Yeah, but that doesn't count because I don't even have a credit card either. But it's on my debit card.
Yeah, but I pay cash.
How do you online purchase anything then?
I make deals.
And envelopes of money.
Exactly.
NFTs.
Exactly. NFTs. There you go.
Okay, I'm fine. I can't claim a point for that one then. I should have known about your abhorrent, ridiculous.
Yes, there are
approach
trick
to
questions,
credit.
of course. Also,
Okay.
chat is popping off. I don't know if we want to check
Oh, yeah,
in with them now
it
or
is-
after.
We'll check in after.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, number 13. What are they most likely to stalk on the internet?
Ooh.
I just wanted to see if you.
I know this one, but I can't say the name, and I think you know why, Kylie. I think you know why. Just give me the point. Just give me the point.
Let's give Pete the point for his chivalrous.
So are you giving me the point?
Yes.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
Kylie, your answer.
Okay. Pete. Stalk. I think he would stalk dead Pete.
I missed that, sorry.
You would stalk deadbeat.
Incorrect. Now this is going to make me sound bad, but if there's anyone that I technically do stalk on Twitter, it's Kylie. Because she's always posting some ridiculous crap that I need to look at further.
Yep, I dropped.
She goes on
quite a
rants, I
bit.
have to check them. So yeah, technically it's you.
I would get
Nope,
that wrong.
no
I
point
would've-
for Kylie,
Yeah, no point for me.
So was that 14? Is that question
That
14?
was question 13. We're on to 14 now.
Oh, okay.
You're
Alright.
at 11 and a half points, Pete, I think.
Awesome. Best quiz I've ever done.
14. What did you want to be when you grew up before the recession?
Wow, so this is 2008.
Yes.
Jesus.
I thought I'd throw an age question.
Making us feel old, of course. Does anyone still remember the 2008 recession?
Oh gosh, I do.
Yeah, of course you do, because it affects you as a business.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. In this instance, so it's pre 2008.
Yes, that's correct.
I'm trying to think in terms of age, that would have made you 20.
That's right. See?
They're the same age.
Yep.
So, journalist.
He is correct.
Yes!
I cannot believe you.
Suck it!
All right, let's see.
Yeah, you can tell that I'm competitive.
Yes, very gracious winner there, Pete.
Yeah,
Well done.
Always.
Suck it.
Always.
Let's see.
This is what's wrong with the Smash community.
Oh, yeah,
see?
it's terrible, isn't it?
That is funny.
That and the molesters.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know which is worse. A poor winning molester.
Oh, yeah, talk to Zero about that one. He won tournaments.
Oh, gosh. I was going to say professional Smash tournament winner.
God.
No,
Okay,
No.
your answer.
that was my answer, was professional
You're wrong.
Smash.
You are wrong. You are incorrect because I didn't play fighting games until 2009.
I missed it by 1 year.
Sorry.
I missed it by 1 year. So what, Pete?
Yeah.
What were you going to be when you grew up?
Now, this is going to sound so terrible knowing everything you know about me.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to be a copper.
Oh, gosh. And a hush falls
Oh,
over
that's
the
silence.
crowd.
APAB. Oh,
Oh, my gosh.
15.
We're on the home
Which
stretch.
are they
people.
more likely to hang out in? Elastic waist, pants, or no pants at all?
Kylie's is elastic waist.
The honest answer is no pants at all. That's not a
Okay,
joke.
fair enough. Should have known that. Should have known that.
And Pete would be elastic waist.
Well, shorts isn't an option, so I'll give you that one.
People learning more about me than they should know.
Yeah, that's why you can't see below a certain point
That's
on
right.
the camera.
Exactly. If I stand up, oof.
That's why she's under the desk the whole time.
Sorry.
Number 16. What is their favourite craft beer?
Kylie, this one's easy for you. I'm going to
Is
say
it?
nothing because she doesn't drink craft beer.
It's true.
Hmm
Although, would
So, point indeed?
yeah, point.
Yeah, sorry, it's just you cut out again. So.
Oh, sorry, it was another trick.
Yeah.
Just reading
Okay.
chat.
Yeah, thanks for those,
Chat's
Kylie.
really good. And then, kind of, okay. Pete doesn't drink now, but he used to drink.
Yep.
And I know you used to drink something mixed with Coke. But, like,
That wouldn't be a craft beer.
that-
no.
Well, yeah, that just sounds like a club trip.
I know you mentioned what beer before, and had I not drank an entire bottle of Prosecco, I could probably remember it. But I'm going to say Harp just because I'm in Northern Ireland.
I'm going to say no.
Tennessee.
Oh, even we don't drink harp.
Yeah. I will say no because actually the answer to this question is I've never once drunk a craft beer. Never.
Shocked. I'm shocked.
Another
Pete.
brilliant question. Well done, Kylie.
Well, you did say it was a trick question.
I was getting tired.
Question number 17. What is the other person most likely to send gifts of?
Ooh, see, I thought this was good.
Gifts.
Yeah.
Animated gifts.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Oh God, I'm trying to.
Or would you prefer me to say GIFs? because it's not.
No,
gonna happen.
I thought you said gifts.
Oh,
like
right.
presents.
No,
yeah,
gifts.
so I was just
Gifts.
That would
clarifying.
make more sense.
Yeah, that's what my point.
I knew writing this question exactly my answer for you, Pete.
Okay, I think in this one it's usually one with some sort of sarcastic laugh.
I think it needs to be a little bit more.
I was going to say a lady shaking a bottle of something.
So maybe like one of the child going like that, like laughing behind hands.
I'm gonna have to say no, Pete.
Damn.
I
Go
pretty
on.
much only send wine gifts. Wine
Okay.
and drinking.
Fine.
Pete's go-to gift, I kid you not, you can find this in his Twitter history and chat history, is Tom Brady going. That's bait.
Oh, yeah, Tom Hardy.
I mean, Tom Hardy. Tom Brady's an American football player.
Yeah,
Tom
Hardy.
It's my favorite GIF of all time. So yeah, that's bait GIF is absolutely the one. Look, too many people on Twitter try to bait people with things, and I have to call it out.
People get bored. It's natural. So what does the other person actually want to do on a Friday night?
Stay at home.
This is bait.
Yes, it is.
That's bait. Yeah, Kylie's is stay at home and get drunk.
Should I give you? You're
And play
half
Halo.
right. You're half right. The getting drunk part. But to be fair, I want to get drunk every night, not just
Oh,
Fridays.
I know you do. Yeah, but you're a very antisocial person, so I would have said
can't.
get drunk, play Halo.
Yes, but there is one person I'd like to get drunk.
Okay, I'm taking half the point for that one then.
Yes, I think you should get half a point. I think Pete would like to just freaking go either, maybe watch Netflix at home. Not Netflix. I mean, stream a movie at home. I think you want to watch a movie, but I think you don't like going out and you'd rather watch it at home.
Half a point for that one because cinema would be an option too.
Yeah. Not surprised.
Yes.
I should have just said cinema.
Or I could have done the ridiculous answer and said mental health streaming.
No, we want the real
We've
answer.
got
I
this
was
dream.
expecting to hear
Yeah, exactly.
a Friday.
Yeah, I
I'd
know.
rather do a
disappointed.
Friday every night.
Oh yes, that's what they all say. Alright.
Right. Question 19. If they had the money and the vacation time, where would they want to go?
Kylie does have the money, so this is a bit of a trick question, and she doesn't go anywhere. So I would say stay at home.
Vacation.
No, just at home. No staycation about it. Just at home.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, Pete.
Sorry.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, Pete.
Oh God, damn it.
I know.
Okay, where?
I love going camping. Absolutely adore.
Oh yes,
going
of
camping.
course, the glamping and stuff like that. So you would have gone to Scotland. Fair enough. Yeah, I did know that one.
But you only just now guessed it, so I don't know if that counts.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't count. It's just me realizing that was the case.
Let's see. Where would Pete go? Honestly, I think that Pete. I don't think you would go anywhere. I think you would go on a cruise with your GF.
No.
Nintendo
Never.
Land Universal.
Oh, dang it!
Deadbeat's
I
got
forgot.
it.
I forgot.
I'd love to go to Japan and go to Universal.
That's
Oh.
a point for me.
Nintendo World.
I forgot about Nintendo Land. Yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
Ah.
The
gosh.
other answer could have been Las Vegas to go back to Evo.
I did think about Las Vegas, but I forgot about Nintendo Land. Yes. Very good. Very good.
Right, so closing us off,
Yeah.
because I'm sure you left this for last for a reason.
That's right.
What is their most secret guilty pleasure? We will keep this PG.
Secret guilty pleasure. I think I know. gardening work.
Ah, that was a very good and safe answer, and you are correct.
Because you made such a deal about those hedge trimmings that you did last summer.
When I trimmed my bush, Pete.
I was trying to avoid that one, yes, but you are correct.
Oh my gosh. Pete's guilty pleasure. Keeping it PG here. Actually, with Pete, it would be PG. It's me that's not PG.
Yeah.
I think your guilty pleasure is, I think you really enjoy spending time with your nieces. I do.
I can't lie. I wanted to put a stupid answer that you are correct. It would have either been with the nieces and nephew or my partner or both.
Yeah. Pete's pretty wholesome. I'm the reprobate. Pete's wholesome.
No, I am a reprobate. We all know that, but I keep it more private than you do.
It's true. Oh, gosh. Okay. I am going to leave you guys to rehash the chat.
I'll go through the chat, So do you want to total up the answers?
I have to pee so bad.
Okay.
Have you been keeping count as well?
I did. I kept count.
I kept a count on mine.
I have you, Pete, at 16, and I have myself at 11.
Wow.
I was going to say, were you counting half points as full points?
Well, no, I counted. Pete got two halves, and I got two halves.
I did.
Which means Pete won.
Yeah, I think that's pretty resounding.
And I never lose. That means Pete knows me better than I know him, and that's creepy.
And you made the questions?
I made the questions!
Exactly. I literally glanced these over for 1 second and sent them off.
I weighted them so that I would win, people.
And now we know how competition works with Kylie.
It's true. Don't put me in charge of anything. But I'm gonna return in 2 seconds because it's
okay. So I'll go through the chat on this one. So, Brent and Nana, a couple of minute warning for you to jump in with us. Nana's put. I haven't either. I also get cappuccino when I get coffee, and Kylie has multiple. Catwood UK has put, oh man, Punk has an actual face, and it's not like I imagined. Shouldn't have dropped in, ruined everything.
Only face I've got.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem I have. I mean, my camera doesn't even like me. It keeps going out of focus. So, Nana has also put word of honor, of course. You put screenshots not allowed, crap. Because active in chat whilst doing a quiz. Man of many talents. Brent has put, is that the one with Ghost King? And Nana's answered yes. Kat has tagged Deadbeatpunk, but didn't even cross my mind until you mentioned it. Nana has said that he is going to clip all of this later, of course. Oodles said some very beautiful people here in this stream. Thank you very much, good sir. I hope you are recovering well. Poor guy's got COVID. Sorry?
I don't.
I know you don't. I love... I love your two rivalry. It's so funny. It just makes me laugh every time. Especially that one where you appeared on Modern Escapism at the very beginning, and then the next episode he's just like, who was that guy? It's so hilarious.
Yeah, so always selling other people's material well. That's his one talent.
Brent's put, it's all coming out now in the 100th episode. Catwood UK at Oodles of Dim. Why, thank you, sir. It's been a while. Obviously, they're having a bit of a conversation between them two, so fair enough. Chloe put, hello. Pete isn't in a hot tub. Fake news. Oodles put, let's not forget that in America, you only have to turn up to pass your test.
That's for driving. Yeah, for driving. Yes, that's correct. That's pretty much correct.
Chloe has put, everyone wants to see that, Pete. Pete's meat. Catwood, American student debt is basically her life. I don't understand this comment, Oodles. Wagyu Pete? Or Wagyu... whatever that means. It's some weeby stuff, I guess.
What are we talking about?
Nana, can you inform us on that one, please?
Wait, which one? I missed it.
It's spelled Wagyu.
Yeah, wait, no, I need to see the...
The what?
the actual comment where it says I'm so lost.
Oh, it's a long way. So it's in between Chloe saying Pete's me, Catwood saying American Student Debt, and then Oodles. So it was from Oodles.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh no, Brent put, oh no, I think I would have said one or both. Then meat pics of a steak and or pork shoulder.
Oh yes, Wagyu beef is like the best beef on the planet.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, yes. Fine. Deadbeat's put, they're all Kylie questions. Thanks, Deadbeat.
Hell
like I said, man of many talents, hosting a quiz and typing in chat. So,
I'm used to being a bit more taxed on my recordings.
Oh gosh.
Thanks, I appreciate that one. I mean, they are half-hour stinks. It's because that's all you can usually muster up.
Oh goodness.
Quality rather than quantity, yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
exactly.
all right. I mean.
I'm not
okay, so if you're on the audio port version of this podcast, we're very sorry.
Don't worry, I'll cut out this absolute jank before.
Okay.
I don't even explain there's other people on the call. They've been here the entire recording.
Yes!
Yeah, you just didn't know they were here.
Very polite guests.
Yeah, for the audio and for the visual people, we have Nana and Brent joining us for this section. So say hello, guys.
Yep. Oh. They're in the hot tub with us. Bueno.
Yeah. So we wanted to cover.
My doom dog shirt.
Excellent, and that awesome mural behind you as well.
It's
that we
always
love seeing every time.
always.
So amazing. So in this instance, we actually wanted to cover a topic which is one that Kylie actually came up with for once.
Woohoo!
Very unusually.
I do apologize for the graphics of the stream, but you know what?
That's fine, whatever.
It's our 100th
Like we needed
episode.
to finish the show.
Yes, all right.
So no, I was just explaining we need to finish the show, so the graphics suck. So that's fine.
Fine.
Yeah. So the topic that we are going to cover is obviously, 100 episodes. We've been doing this now for 2 years. Lo and behold, Jesus Christ.
Scary.
So we actually wanted to discuss how the gaming landscape has changed over the last 2 years.
Yes.
So obvious point aside, there was a pandemic, of course.
Yes.
So we won't touch on that part, but how has the gaming industry grown or shrunk since then, or
changed in any way, shape, or form?
So I'm gonna go to Brent on this one because we want to talk specifically about accessibility.
Yes.
This has become very, very important over the last 2 years.
So I'm the expert, huh?
Yes.
You are our resident expert.
Out of this group.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
for
we're all
sure.
a bunch of reprobates, so.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert in anything.
You're not even fit to drive, Caleb.
That's true.
That's 2 years, huh?
2
Well,
years. 2018. Yeah. Wait. Was it 2018 2 years ago?
No, that would have been
2 years
3.
ago.
3 years ago.
We'll go 2019.
2019.
Goodness.
Some standouts for me personally. There's been some recent ones, like the new Forza Horizon game has a lot of accessibility options into it, to the point that you can actually AFK on the right track.
Wow.
And it will drive for you. So even if you're completely incapable of playing a game like that, the game will basically do it for you so that you can still enjoy some part of the game anyway. And that has come a long way from the previous, Horizon 4, which would have come out in 2019.
Yeah.
I mean, it still had lots of accessibility options then, but not to this level of just we'll take the wheel for you if you can't kind of situation. Then there was Psychonauts 2, which I know had some controversy with it because they added a invincibility in their accessibility menu, and some people thought that wasn't appropriate. And I think that was a step in the right direction for those who, for whatever reason, just can't deal with a lot of enemies on screen and whatnot, and can't comprehend how to fight back appropriately in those situations. So having that so that you don't just get constantly frustrated because you keep dying in the same situation, I think is a real step forward.
Yeah.
A little bit further back from that, Hades did a pretty good job with their God mode, I think they called it.
Yeah.
You don't really start off with a big bonus, but the more you play, the bigger the bonus gets. So it kind of tailors itself to your own skill level in a way.
And sorry to interrupt, but with it being a roguelike as well, which is a genre known for its difficulty, it was great to see its inclusion.
Exactly.
I agree, yeah.
Absolutely.
So it wasn't so much of a starting with, invincibility like Psychonauts had, but having a bonus that builds up over time, and the more that you fail, the more that you can't comprehend the game or go up with its difficulty ramp up, then the more bonus you get in the end. So at some point, your skills should overcome the bonus that you're getting, and you stop getting the bonus going forward. But it never completely limits you. It's up to you as the player to determine where that line is that you don't need the bonus anymore.
Yeah.
So I think that was a good thing too, because it's not an on-off switch per se. It's more tailored to the player.
Yeah.
Yeah. When was it that Xbox first released their adaptive controller?
That's been a few years. I think that was more than 2 years ago at this point.
Okay, yeah, I know it probably was more, but I know they've been making additions to it, haven't they? Like, in some respects.
They're forever.
Yeah, they have add-ons and things to it. They have almost like a Wii type Joy-Con controller that you can add to it now, so it kind of decouples it a little bit from the big console. So if you only have a little bit of space, you can have a joystick kind of right at your fingertips. I think that was the latest addition to their adaptive.
Now, obviously, we like to make a few jokes about The Last of Us 2 on this particular show, and Nana could attest to how much we ripped into that one after the Game Awards last year. But admittedly, they did. That was one of the things we did sing its praises for, was its accessibility options. They were quite impressive for a particular, genre of game that not many people would think that would have accessibility reasons. But bringing it back, obviously, to Forza Horizon 5 and the fact that, you explained there's so many accessibility options. One of the ones that I actually really liked in that was subtitles. The fact that you could change the size of subtitles, the fact that each different person has their own color coding as well. I thought that was really great. And I'm not someone who has visual impairment, but even I appreciated that one because subtitles are too small nowadays. So it's giving you the option to increase the size of them is so handy.
That's
Even
because
to
And
someone
even
like
better
myself.
than that, they're currently working with sign language interpreters, and they're filming them do all
that's
the
cool.
voices for the characters. And so there'll be an update in the future that will add that as an option. So
That's
there'll
amazing.
be
That's
an
very
ASL
cool.
interpreter on screen acting as those characters that you interact with through the story.
That's very
Amazing.
See
cool. I
that
didn't know
included
that.
with Forza Horizon 5, I believe, and thought it was such a touch when you seen it. It seemed like a simple thing. Like, why wasn't this included years ago?
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually talked about this on the Caffeinated Bantercast with Rezo and Cold Death on there, where the amount of accessibility options that Xbox are adding on a UI level are absolutely ridiculous, and
That's awesome.
it just goes to show how much Microsoft really do care about their gamers in that respect. So it's really nice to see that some of the, the whole text-to-speech thing that we started seeing coming in now in games with dialogue and even with party chat as well, is just a really, really good thing to have, so that it just enables it for anyone who wants to play a game to be able to play it. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think this is where Nintendo falls short, quite unfortunately, in that respect, is that they're the ones that are not really sort of doing it that much.
Do you think that ties in with similar ties to their online service? They are just that bit further behind than everyone.
Yes.
You know, it's not just accessibility; it's nearly all their services.
Yes.
Nano, do you have an idea, thought on this?
I can agree that I think the general consensus is just that Nintendo is behind multiple things besides maybe game making. But yeah, I think those options added to Forza Horizon 5 are a good thing, like for sure.
Yeah.
And I think Microsoft had a lot to do with that, not just Playground Games, but Microsoft now has a dedicated accessibility team within Xbox Gaming that can help anybody that really asks for it. Obviously, they're going to prioritize their first party things, but that doesn't mean that an indie game that wants to have these options can't contact them and have them help them get those options in the game.
And that's why I said about obviously being on the UI level, because that has a massive effect on the entire system and the ecosystem itself. So it's great, really. I'm so pleased to see it.
Especially for a game that's so open and free, like Forza Horizon 5 for multiplayer. It just a social aspect too for people that, you know, might have different abilities that might affect them going out. I mean, we all benefited from it over lockdown.
Yeah.
But some people kind of live like that.
You know, that's a
sadly.
good point, actually. Yeah. That's a very good point.
I'd have to agree with that, actually. So, how else has the gaming industry changed over the last 2 years, would you say? Like I said, barring the pandemic.
Microtransactions, season passes.
Yeah, the scummy nature of which, like, monetization has become like massively desperate.
I don't know if everybody's old enough to remember when people started doing selfies. When they first got included on social media, anybody that took selfies got laughed at. It was a ridiculous thing that only egotistical people did.
Yes.
But compare that to now, where it's just accepted of that's how you take photographs.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're a weirdo if you don't take selfies.
Yeah. So I think things like microtransactions, season passes, DLC used to be shiny, new, strange. They're standard. They're part of your launch plan now.
Yeah, you look at obviously like Ciaran mentioned it earlier with Halo Infinite, the fact that they've already got a season pass that you know about in there. They kind of had the option in the beta as well to actually utilize that because it gave you some free credit to be able to unlock stuff, and so it's now become that the service model is pretty much dictating where games go in terms of multiplayer.
I think that has a lot to do with free to play not being the redhead stepchild. You know, it used to be that was the low quality games were the free to play games, but now you're seeing Warzone and even Halo Infinite having free to play models.
Yeah,
and I think that really ties into why there's so many more microtransactions.
Yeah, for sure. With Halo in particular, though, I wouldn't say it's more what you said, Pete, but I would say it's more that they've said themselves it's a platform because I feel
Mm.
like the design of your game, like if it's a platform or if it's like a single player driven game, would dictate the amount of microtransactions in there.
Yeah, I mean, there are games that you can play single player that have XP boosters that you can buy, like Assassin's Creed. So it's
Yeah.
not limited to just multiplayer.
hmm I would say another way that like the game industry has changed in the past 2 years. I feel like Asia, like outside of Japan, obviously has gotten a lot more involved as well.
I agree with
Mm.
that very much,
Yeah,
Dana. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
because it's like
because
we have the like China Hero Project.
mhm.
Like China's making a bunch of like indie games as well, and Project Eve, which is a Korean game that got
Mhm.
revealed. So I feel like
Mm.
there's like a lot more interest from Asia outside of Japan.
Right.
Uh,
I agree with
yeah,
that.
I agree, and it's also I would also say about the amount of Eastern European developers that are coming out as well. So you're hearing
Right?
about
Yeah,
more
yeah,
Polish
totally.
studios and
Poland's got some
Ukrainian and stuff like
great
that.
studios. Yeah,
Yeah.
Poland's
hmm
really doing well, and then
Well, I think that was helped by the government having a game development grant, didn't
mhm.
they?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
CDPR capitalized on that very well, didn't they?
Yeah, we've seen some really
hmm
good stuff outside of that.
Yeah.
So why? So the gaming industry has changed in the last 2 years. So let's just talk about Cyberpunk now,
Oh
shall we?
gosh. Oh dear.
The
Oh
gift that
dear.
keeps on giving.
I think
Yeah.
it's been a good lesson
Yeah,
for
it
what
has.
Well,
not
yeah,
to do.
that's why I brought it up because it's
It
been
was
a massive slap in the face for quite a lot of developers.
it was a lesson we learned a few times.
hmm
Bethesda was one of, in the
It's
same
true.
stands as
Yes.
CD Project Red.
It's very
Yeah.
true.
Um, I pre-ordered Fallout 4 without
Yeah.
hesitation. I
hmm
love that series. Fell off it after that. 76 when that was
Oh.
released.
Oof.
I didn't fall for the trap of pre-ordering that,
Nope.
but the betrayal there.
Oh,
Again,
yeah.
it was repeated with Cyberpunk on its release.
Yep.
Different characters, same play.
Right. I
Yeah.
tend to see this in the bigger studios. It's
Mhm.
almost like they take for granted that they can get away with more. I mean, that might be just
Yeah.
my take on it, but yeah, you
They,
just
they used
Yeah.
that good faith that they
It-
spent years
yeah.
harvesting. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and it's I think that we're going to I hope we're going to see a change in the industry where they stop over promising and under delivering. I don't know if we will, but I hope we will, because I know it's hard to say.
Marketing in a nutshell, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
I also feel like the game industry has also seen a lot more investment from like the movie industry in a way as well.
Mhm.
Like with
Especially
Marvel in particular, like
not
putting their
Yes.
hands in so many buckets.
yeah, not just Marvel, but when you think about The Witcher on Netflix, that
Yeah.
Same with DC now. They're trying to put more and more properties out there because of
mhm.
DC was already kind of there though because of how
They-
well the Arkham games did.
yeah, but the fact that we've now got Rocksteady making a Suicide Squad game alongside an Arkham style game as well, that's a
true.
bit more
I
unusual.
hope it's
Like
good.
Mhm.
DC, Warner Brothers would never do more than one DC property at a time. Now they're trying to do 2 or 3 because possibly Injustice 3 as well.
Right.
hmm
Which I do think if they do that right, it will go really well. But if they, I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I know.
For sure,
See,
yeah.
I think we've
Again,
all.
there's a lot of faith in the DC games.
Mhm.
Sorry, Kylie, you were
no,
going to say?
I was just gonna say that I think what we've in 2 years, gamers have become a little bit more. I don't want to say cynical, but a little more hesitant with their.
And
good
definitely
faith.
been jaded quite a bit
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I use Cyberpunk as the one
Mhm.
because it jaded. I mean, look at me. I bought 2 copies of it.
Well, yeah. One
You're
of
welcome,
those,
Kylie.
I was gonna say one of those was for me
I
though.
was, I was about to say, where would you buy 2 copies?
Only because he sent me
The
one.
copy to open and the copy to keep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
yeah. I
who
really
does
wanted that
that?
sealed copy
Mantelpiece
for
copy.
all of life. You know, sealed copy of a 13 million plus seller game. You
Oh,
know, it's gonna be
gosh.
rare one
I was
day.
going to say, we still even see pre-orders, even though games don't sell out anymore, and on a digital market, they definitely won't.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I was stupid enough to pre-order the Mario 3D All Stars collection.
but see, that's the thing. Nintendo they've started exploring the whole limited edition type thing where they
Oh no!
take it off the store.
Common misconception. They've done that for many years. It just didn't
Yeah,
come
they
to
have.
definitely.
aspect. But it's the
But it's
digital
digital,
aspect in which
yeah.
they are
The
now
Wii U
approaching.
square boxes they
Mhm.
used to do. They love the collector's editions.
Yep.
Well, but that's
Yeah.
the thing. I mean, we're going from, actual collector's editions, which I was looking at online, some old collector's editions of stuff, just because I like to do that. And the stuff that you would get, as opposed to now, collector's edition just means you get the digital
Steelbook.
copy. Yeah, a steelbook and a digital download. And
Yeah, you don't even get a physical copy of the game anymore.
you don't.
I think that's a
I
tragedy.
feel like that's how it always was on PC because most PCs don't have this.
Yeah.
Okay, good point.
Yeah, but it was always the case that a console edition would always come with a physical
Little
copy, and now it's like
statues
it's
and
just some piece
stuff.
of paper with a code.
Yep, that's
Mhm.
it. Exactly. And I can
Uh,
make steel books. I found out how they made them.
Oh, nice.
So I just make
Can you make me an Ultimate Marvel 3 one that I need to replace?
we'll talk off stream.
We've also seen a lot of anniversary games lately. Like you
Yeah.
mentioned, the Mario 3D All Stars.
Mhm.
And it seems like everyone's kind of doing it in different ways. Nintendo
Yeah.
kind of has their own way of doing things, but like the Tomb Raider and Ghost Recon ones have not really re-released games per se, but they've
The cookbook.
their characters in other games to celebrate the anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's probably more of a symptom of the fact that we're getting to this point where classic IPs are becoming, are getting to milestone
Oh,
landmarks.
nostalgia should be its
Yeah.
own genre now.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you look at the amount of remakes, remasters, and collections and stuff like that.
Even Astrobot, we were talking earlier.
Mhm.
Like
Mm.
that is Sony now entering a time frame where they can get nostalgic about their
Mhm.
consoles,
Sure.
about
Oh
their
yeah,
history.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, that's the
yeah.
thing.
Because that whole game is like pop culture, like or Sony history, like the game.
Well, we've talked about what's
Go on,
his-
Kylie. Sorry, I interrupted.
Well, no, I was just saying we've talked about before on the show. What's his name? Jim Ryan? Is that the Sony dude? Is that his name?
Yeah,
Okay.
Lion Jim Ryan.
Yeah.
Lion Ryan.
Yeah, exactly. Where he's been like, oh, nobody wants to play old games. And I've said before, I'm like, they're losing an entire market.
So,
of,
so why are they remaking The Last of Us then?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I was even going further back.
Mhm.
I still think, I stated it on the show, I still think that Sony and Steam are going to do something.
Mm-hmm.
You watch.
Yeah.
You watch. In the hell.
Well, they are. They're
Right.
called releasing PC games.
But even
Yes.
Vita collections.
I would
Yeah,
also,
exactly.
I would
That's
also
exactly
bet
it.
at some. I would also bet at some point that Microsoft puts like Game Pass on Steam at some point.
Oh,
'cause they-
I
Yeah.
say that as a
It's
It's going on the
inevitability.
Switch.
Everyone says it's coming. I wouldn't be
It's not.
surprised.
It
I
has to
wouldn't
be everywhere.
surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, they want as many platforms as possible
I
because they
heard-
want it about the ecosystem
Okay.
rather than the actual tied to a console.
You guys tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong. But I heard that
You're wrong.
Microsoft. I want to be wrong about this. I heard that Microsoft is hooking up with Facebook for the metaverse.
Oh God, I hope not.
Please tell
I
me
hope
that
not,
is
no.
just a rumor because I
haven't
heard. I read that
It's
they are.
no Microsoft's biggest weakness at the moment is its lack of VR.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because they did work on Smart Glass, didn't they? Which
Yeah.
they showed off, and they've not really
actually
heard
had a great-
anything about.
Oh, they
holographic
had-
display
they
thing that was
did.
forgot about.
Yeah, that's
They
what that
did.
is. Smart Glass.
Mm.
They revealed that at an E3 a few years ago.
Yeah,
now.
where the guy
Yeah,
was
what's
in
the
his
business?
living room. Yeah. I love that. Because I love VR. But as soon as Facebook owned Oculus, I was done. I have PSVR now,
Yeah.
but I cannot, in good faith, buy an Oculus. And then I
Because
read.
if Oculus wanted to push that and they don't have the games to back it up,
Yep.
Microsoft is there without the VR to put it on.
See,
Yeah.
and the thing I read is that Microsoft's going to be trying to push for Game Pass on VR, and who better than to market that with than the quote
when you think now
metaverse?
do have Bethesda, and
Yeah.
a big part of that company was VR.
Yes.
Yeah,
It really
that's a good
was.
point, actually.
I was
Yeah,
watching
because
some
you had Doom
Skyrim
VR,
VR.
didn't you, and a few other titles.
Even id worked on the Orion tool.
Oh yeah,
for
yeah,
cloud
yeah.
gaming. So to get their hands on that,
See,
it was a very
oh,
smart acquisition. That
that's
Yeah.
what I read was that they are in talks. But I love Game Pass so much, and I just hate Facebook so much.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or
that's
metaverse.
something else we can talk about that happened in the past 2 years is all these acquisitions.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a fair point.
Big
Yeah,
one.
yeah, because didn't it start out that one of the first ones that we spoke about was obviously Insomniac being bought by Sony.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the first ones. Yes, was a good purchase in my mind. When we're talking
I couldn't
acquisitions.
picture the PlayStation 5 without Insomniac.
Yeah.
I couldn't even now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think the big question there is how much money our company is the big three going to be willing to throw around at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My.
'Cause I mean, you
Go
would
ahead.
think at the moment, considering how much of a success they're calling it, that Mercury Steam might be acquired by Nintendo.
See, this is my worry. It's
I wouldn't have said anything about that because Nintendo don't acquire companies anymore. But then they did turn around and pick up Luigi's Mansion's team.
Next
that's
level.
true. Yeah.
Next level, yeah.
Yeah, so they do it, and in years gone by, they've done it obviously with Rare.
Instead of holding on to Rare.
Yeah, the
Oh,
same,
gosh, yeah.
and obviously the same with
Yeah.
Retro Studios as well.
But I mean, are we heading towards a kind of homogeneous, like everything is owned by? It's kind of like Disney owning everything in pop culture and entertainment.
I
you know,
personally doubt it because I feel like in terms of any indie scene, the indie gaming scene for me is like the biggest one.
yeah,
Mm.
I do. I am glad that there is an indie gaming scene. But I always thought it was interesting that both the PS5 and the Xbox X and S actually share a lot of the same components inside.
Yeah, the
So-
architecture
Yeah, of
of them
course.
is very, very similar.
Yeah, so Sony is licensing some products, and I'm talking purely hardware, from Microsoft. Are they really
but vice-
rivals,
But in the same respect that Microsoft are sourcing the Blu-ray drive from Sony.
Right. Good
Yeah.
point. Very good point. I mean, are
And then
we...
Sony's using cloud technology from Microsoft.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
they signed a contract for Azure technology.
That's
didn't
right.
They?
They did. So, I don't know. That's kind of my fear that it's all just going to be blended together. But then maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Maybe that'll end the console wars as we know it.
No, because
Stalk Day has
no,
been a
no,
big-
absolutely. No, because that's one of the things that we have seen a massive rise of again is the console wars still.
Yes.
They're
Over
really
the last
ridiculous.
year or two, they have been intense again, like they were back in the
I-
90s.
Love going on Digital Foundry tweets or articles
Oh,
now.
God.
Just fighting about 0.5 frame
Yes!
drops.
Yeah, and you obviously Deadbeat, you being a fan of the Spawnecast as well, you hear all the comments that come in like Xbox killer and Sony ponies like and all that sort of thing. It's
Yeah, try and
It is
spot which one's
funny.
me.
all of them.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, the console wars are like something we've spoken about a lot. They're dumb, they're ridiculous.
Oh,
Still
they're
don't know why
absolutely
they
ridiculous.
happen.
So entertaining though.
But it
Oh,
is
they are
entertaining.
entertaining. I will give you that. I will give you
Yeah.
that.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's-
watching a pub fight out in the street and you're having a little chip to yourself watching.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was gonna say like watching like an establishment burn down to the ground that you don't like.
no.
No, I like Deadbeats because here in Northern Ireland, that happens a lot.
That happens.
I actually
Yeah.
have a fight recorded on my phone where I'm just having a Starbucks and there's two teenage boys just fighting it out.
And it's normally two skinny boys off the farm, not fit to stand or walk. And they can't even point in the right direction.
Oh, brilliant.
I'm just filming, having my Starbucks, filming.
Oh, Kylie recorded a crime and kept it for herself.
Oh, it's Belfast. That's just a normal day for us.
It's sounds like Scotland
Oh,
too. We probably should have got
gosh.
Ciaran on to comment on that.
But no,
So
I would-
another thing that's kind of come up in the past couple years are gaming lawsuits, like with
Yes.
Fortnite and Google and Apple.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, we covered that in depth, didn't we? Jesus.
I say it, and I will say it forever for the next 100 episodes. I read all the trial manuscripts before they were deleted, and of the Epic versus Apple thing. And I will tell you, they're both terrible companies, but Epic is a level of disgustingness that I cannot express. I wish that they were still available, but
They also pursued one of those things probably in the lawsuit because Naruto just got into Fortnite.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. That was
Kylie, my reaction is your reaction. Don't worry.
Yeah. And then the first thing that I heard from that was like, oh, look, Naruto's in there. That means we're getting Dragon Ball next.
No.
Oh god.
No, they go ahead.
Well, same company.
I
It's
was gonna
shown
say,
it, isn't it?
all
So-
these franchises coming in, and you go, "Oh, they're in Fortnite now. That's good. That's a good fit."
That guy
And
was in
started playing
Fortnite.
Street Fighter. Oh, there's Chun-Li with a shotgun.
My heart. Seeing
Right.
Chun-Li, Guile, and Ryu in that way, holding a gun, just killed me, honestly.
Oh
It's like the same with Naruto, and it's oh yes, famously renowned for his marksmanship.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Ryu could help fire off a Hadouken from 30 miles away.
And oh my gosh, everyone was messaging me, tagging me, and everything way back when Master Chief was dropped in Fortnite, and I was just like, guys, this is not
Master
it.
Chief
This
makes
is
sense
not
because
it.
he shoots the gun.
He holds a
He
gun.
shoots the gun.
No.
Like,
Oh,
what
and
are you gonna
Deadpool as well. Deadpool as well. I
Still
got
a
tagged for
gun.
that. I don't
Yeah,
care.
he uses gun.
Like,
No.
what are you gonna see with the Naruto one? Is like doing the ninja like hands, like whilst he's firing.
Just
like, what the hell?
Make him
Yeah.
run. Do the Naruto run across the screen. Just
That's
win.
the only reason they want it, because of the memeable like options in it. It's like, how many people are you gonna get in a 100-person match running across the
Oh
map,
my
just
gosh.
Naruto running
Yeah, but
like in a line?
in
They're just not
the
gonna bother killing each other.
in the court documents, they were talking about this is before it obviously happened, but Ariana Grande, however you say her name,
Grande.
Makes me think of Taco Bell. Ariana
Large.
Grande. Yeah.
Basically, Ariana large.
Exactly. And LeBron James, they were bringing him on and they were talking about there, and it's just like, why?
M. Sweeney just
Why?
has too much money to spend.
Oh
That's why.
gosh,
That's very true, actually.
it actually gave how much they made per day, and it was a ridiculous amount. We're talking about millions a day.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, I just can't.
So
Then you have
Another-
the other lawsuits with like Blizzard going
Oh
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
Mhm.
that's the biggest thing, is I think the sexual harassment claims and
It's
Yeah.
weird how Activision in the span of a year went from
God.
getting better to getting so much worse.
and they just keep getting worse. That's the problem.
Yes.
And the thing is, obviously, I'm quite a bit older than some of our viewers, but I've been in the industry for quite a while. And as a female in the industry, I kind of was like, oh, come on, there. And then I started reading, and I was like, oh, this is a way different. Activision is in a different league. This is bad. This is really bad. And it was happening, within the last 2-3 years, and they were completely just, turned a blind eye, like
Even at the
Ubisoft
moment
and
with,
stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Ubisoft and their employees'
Yeah.
demands not
It-
being met for 100 days.
Oh,
Yeah, but I even to the point where workplace culture generally is something that's come up as a hot button issue even in the last 2 years with crunch
Oh, yeah.
culture,
Oh, yeah.
sexual harassment claims,
Mhm.
and unsafe workplaces and all of that. Like over the last 2 years, the light has been shone on the companies that you'd usually get away with this kind of thing.
mhm.
And gamers aren't accepting it anymore, and that's
I'm
a
glad
good
about
thing.
that.
I'm
Mhm.
pleased to hear it.
Yeah.
And now they're starting to make changes. As I'm being the cynic that I am, I wonder how long these changes are going to stay in effect before
As long as they're
once
making
the
money.
light has
I
been
don't think
taken away
long.
from them.
I don't think long. One of the co-leaders at like Blizzard or whatever already left.
Yeah.
Oh, they've
Yeah,
changed management. Yeah,
The co-leader at Blizzard has already left after
She's
3 months
apparently-
of being in the
So
position.
all that's left is Mike Ybarra, who used to work for Xbox.
Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
and he's.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, that's probably a good thing, right?
He's not great.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
he's
not
relatively
Oh.
new.
Oh, goodness.
There's just video of him, and he's not great. He's more of the kind of sit back and just let it happen, you know.
Oh, so is that
nobody's
one of those
yeah,
ones, an
nobody's
enabler?
rocking the boat, so I ain't gonna, type of
Ugh.
thing.
It does make you miss the days of sitting back and laughing at Randy Pitchford.
Oh gosh,
At
I
least
know.
he was just
Yeah.
like a schoolboy.
That
Yeah,
was
fine.
like,
That's another thing that's changed. Randy Pitchford went to the movie industry.
oh
Oh
gosh.
God, he did.
Yes.
Oh my
We
gosh.
finally got rid of him, gamers. Thank you.
Did we though?
That's a
yes,
good
we
point.
did. He's not touching
Because he
games
still
anymore.
showed up, but he still showed up at E3. Taking
Yeah, that's
that-
true, actually. But
Yeah,
did you
movie
not see
too.
Kevin Hart's face whenever he tried to talk to him? It's like, go away from me, you madman.
Oh gosh, but I do remember the days where Randy Pitchford was the the odd one. Like, oh my gosh, he's a joke, but
Yeah, how
no
did somebody
one would...
behave like this as a CEO
Yes.
and get away with it?
Yes, and then we find
And
out
now-
no, they're all Randy
Yeah.
Pitchfords.
No, we're now finding out that Randy Pitchford was the most tame out of all of them.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I don't know. About
Pinch of salt.
that one.
Take that with a pinch of salt for sure.
Oh no, he's still up there.
Oh, I know he is. I was just trying to rock the boat on that one.
No, and I think too, because these are the people that are being affected by this make products that we love. So there's a human
Right.
element, and then there is that, you love these people because they provide you with a product that you're so attached to.
Yeah.
Anyway, and if there's a lot of involvement with that.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually a very good point because even like with the GTA remakes and stuff, whatever, whatever remake, redos, whatever,
Collection,
remasters,
remaster.
collections, the greatest thing on earth, whatever they're calling it this time.
The definitive
collection.
edition.
I was very hesitant to condemn anything because I have a weird allegiance to Rockstar and Take-Two. And yeah, so my
Because
first...
of Red Dead, not because of anything.
Well,
GTA
exactly.
related.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah, but that's the thing. Is like, you carry on your point. I think I can see where you're going.
well,
with this.
that's exactly it. Like I was very hesitant and everything until I saw it for myself. Then I was like, okay, yeah, what are they thinking? What are they doing? But it's
Yeah.
my allegiance to that company because they provided me with something that,
yeah.
same thing for Bungie.
It's-
For me.
In some respects, I'd say it's similar with me, like a couple of years ago with Nintendo, like where I could not see the crap that they pulled,
Right.
and now I'm starting to look at it and going, hold on, limited digital purchases?
Right.
Nah, that's a step too far for me, thank you.
Right. I think that the last 2 years we've had to separate the art from the artist, which is one of my worst things in the world. But
Mm.
I mean, it's true because like my allegiance to Bungie is ridiculous now. Again,
Well,
I blame.
yeah, I mean,
Ciaran.
considering for a long time you were like, Bungie, no, like
I'm
they're
not-
banned
yeah.
in Halo, they're
I'm not touching Destiny.
And now it's
2.
like Bungie are great again because our Destiny
And
is
then-
so good.
Stupid Kieran's like, oh, you like Destiny 2.
Don't blame this on Sweet Cheeks.
No, it's his fault. I'm blaming him. He's not here to defend himself. But
They
Bungie.
beat protect.
And we're gonna scapegoat to those sweet cheeks. They're to be cherished.
And he can't even defend himself.
They shouldn't have to defend himself.
Oh dear.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But Bungie has recently come out for just very minor things in comparison, but still, like harsh,
Not great,
it's nothing, but it's
I think
enough
with the
that
likes of Red Dead 2, they did go through a lot of crunch, but
See-
the product at the end of it was something to show off. It is a fantastic
why-
technical achievement.
that's why
Yeah.
I give Rockstar so much
Mhm.
slack
To go
or
through that
whatever.
same crunch and then get abused for your product at the end of it must
Well,
be.
and see, look,
awful.
I've said this before. Brent will be able to probably relate as well. In America, we don't even call it crunch. It's just overtime.
Mandatory overtime.
Yeah, and like
Mandatory.
And I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying it is literally a way of life. And like some of the projects I worked on, I was 15 hours easily. You know, staying late at the office, ordering in pizza or whatever. But at the end, the product we released was freaking awesome. You know, and I willingly did that. Like they weren't like, oh, if you don't stay, we'll fire you. But if I have all
It's
these
implied.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I have all these coworkers that are staying late, working their asses off, I'm gonna do it too. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more I hate to say bearable, but understandable from an American point of view. And then, Rockstar put out such a good quality game. It's very hard to come down if the workers themselves aren't out there going, these are slave drivers, we weren't paid our proper wages, blah blah blah. You don't really see that with Rockstar, as you've seen with other games, as Jason Schreier has revealed to us. Your favorite person.
Yeah, I'm going to bring one more point up of how the games industry has changed in the last 2 years. The realization that video game movies can be good and still bad.
I was going to say, can they?
Not fully good.
No, because we get things like Mortal Kombat that is an absolute dumpster fire.
I still haven't
And
seen
just
the new
completely
one.
poops over everything. And then you
Like,
get
you bring
Sonic,
this
that's
up
actually
rather
kind of
than-
decent.
I wonder when Netflix is gonna start joining the train of video games. Just
They
to
already
add-
are.
Yeah,
Or
They're
they've,
making a Resident Evil series.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, they
Castlevania's
Castlevania.
good.
I mean,
Yep,
like
but-
live action, because that's one studio and it's an animated studio.
That's true. It's a good point.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
what was the anime that's getting a live action remake though?
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
That's the one. Yeah, that looks bloody terrible.
The two anime.
Yeah,
I'm waiting.
So yeah,
Actu-
Netflix are already there. I'm afraid it's only a matter of time before they get greasy hands on their live action
What
movie.
we
I do
could talk
like
about with Netflix is them coming to gaming.
Yeah, because
Oh,
they've
yeah.
started putting that into their service now, aren't they?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no one's really talking about it, honestly.
No, because they only did it in like
Well,
Brazil.
they did
and
buy.
somewhere else. Like
What was
Brazil
the name
and
of the
Tokyo?
studio?
Yeah,
The
they
ones
did
that made
buy
Oxenfree.
Yes, yeah, you're right. I
That's-
can't remember
They
that.
already announced Oxenfree 2, so everyone's wondering if that's going to be exclusive to Netflix now.
I'm still.
I thought that was revealed at an Xbox conference, though, wasn't it?
We
No,
talked
Switch,
about it.
Correct.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
It was at the end. It was the last thing. It was
I
direct.
must be
Okay.
thinking of something,
Yeah,
some
because
other
we
indie
talked
game
about
that
it
was.
on here.
Yeah. Okay.
But I still stand by my my original belief, which is this is all a ploy that Netflix is just starting game studios so that Microsoft will come along and say, "Hey, Netflix, I'm gonna be your friend.
Go
Let's
past.
Netflix
Go
and
past
chill."
on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix
I
and
mean,
chill with
They
Microsoft.
got Netflix and chill. Like,
That were on Game Pass got delisted because they went to Netflix.
oh,
See,
really?
I think there's some
Stranger Things and
background.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
'Cause,
That's gonna be
yeah,
all
wasn't it Stranger Things
re-released.
3 that was on the Switch as well? That's now been delisted too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's all bait and switch. They're masturbators.
Also,
So
in the
by-
last 2 years, we have new consoles that nobody can get, yet have had record sales.
Yeah. And yet you
Yep.
still call me
How?
last gen loser.
You are a
It's
last
not.
gen loser.
It's not my fault.
But no, let's
Well-
honestly, that is something that is quite strange. And then on top of it, there are companies that are giving away consoles like PS5s or whatever, and it's like, how are you getting your hands on this? You know, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. Did you see that
I do
$10,000
think-
like the Gucci skin that's for an
Wow.
Xbox?
Yeah.
that's a skin though. But yeah.
I know, but still.
Comes with Game Pass.
I do think Xbox has kind of figured out a way to help a little bit with their cloud gaming on consoles.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're part of the insider program, you can already access it. So you
Yes.
can play
That's correct.
Series X games on an Xbox One
Mm-hmm.
through the cloud.
Yeah. I mean, I had this experience recently when me, you, and Ciaran were
Yeah.
playing Destiny, and I
Yes.
jumped on my phone, And I went, my God, the load time, crazy. It must. And then I realised, obviously, it's running on a Series X, isn't it, through the streaming service because they upgraded all of that. I was like, this is so different for me because I'm still on the One X, and these load times are horrendous.
yeah, because that's what you said was, I can see how the load times are now.
Yeah, and it was like, and then I'm jumping into a game of Back 4 Blood with other people, and they're like, oh, look who's on the last generation consoles. It's like, yeah, thanks, guys.
So they said that was going to be this holiday. They were going to release that to everyone, like all Game Pass subscribers.
So do y'all think?
So I wonder if tomorrow's 20th anniversary stream is going to talk about it.
Oh, it has.
What, like a shadow drop, possibly?
Yeah.
Do y'all think?
I think it could be right.
Do you think it's going to come to Nintendo?
Maybe not until possibly next year, but it's.
I
think it's one of those things that. Not inevitable, but I think it's probably a next Switch probably feature.
At this point,
because I think that they don't quite have the horsepower in the system available to them to be able to run some of the games.
Not the current one. But I think at this point, if I just keep saying that there's going to be a Switch 2, I'll be right at this point.
Again, apparently.
Yeah, I do think they'll stick with the Switch ecosystem because it's working for them.
And just take a Switch with an SSD.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what they're going to do once SSD prices manage to come down and they're bigger in size, smaller in cost, because you know what Nintendo are like.
What she
they're
said.
only just embracing 4K because now, screen sizes are cheap, or screen costs are cheap. Same with the OLED,
Yep.
So Nintendo only ever do things when it's out of budget because they can maximize profits that way, which is fine. That's totally a good angle for them to take in that respect because it helps fund their game development.
I was gonna say they have.
It's not like they were going to be able to compete with Microsoft or Sony,
but they know that
in a next gen war anyway.
They
Yeah.
say that actually in those court documents, Nintendo fully recognizes. There's a chick from Nintendo that had to testify. They fully recognize that they are not on the level of Microsoft and Sony.
I know, and I think that's by choice, and that's been ever since after the N64 was underpowered, let's say, and they got trumped by the PlayStation. They just decided to go their own angle because you look at the GameCube having its own proprietary format, the Wii having motion control as its main primary source of controller, the Wii U being whatever the hell that was.
It was a good idea. It was.
No, I like the Wii. It's a prototype for the Switch. We all know it.
Yes, it was.
But we are probably gonna have to wrap up here pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, we were gonna do a Q&A, but it doesn't look like there's gonna be any questions.
I know, unless Brent and Nana want to ask us anything.
Oh, Deadbeat as well, because he's still here. Thank you.
I think he knows everything at this point.
Yeah, that's the slander that you had. That was the thing, is you slandered Ciaran, so therefore she's now ignoring you.
Okay, I have one.
I just got what you said,
100 episodes together.
Yep.
And you've had plenty of guests. You've had recurring people, like myself and Ciaran.
Yes.
And Nana.
How many more episodes do you think you will do? Do you think you'll do another 100 like Mike wanted?
That's it.
Okay. So the real answer.
Just one more. That's it.
The real answer is, and this is a little behind the scenes thing for the audience, is Pete and I have both agreed we're going to do this as long as it's fun. When it stops being fun, then it's time to end it. So
because in the background there were a couple. Look, there's been a couple of episodes where, admittedly, I've been very stressed about certain things, and I've taken it out on my unfortunate co-host. So. That was obviously when the conversation had that we said if this ever stops being fun, we will stop.
Yeah.
And I 100% agree with it. I don't think it's coming soon at all because I very much enjoy
next
what we
week.
do,
No more episodes.
I'm and this is me getting gushy about all this as well. I made a friend out of this podcast, and I will never ever let that be a problem. If this stops being fun and it affects our friendship, then I will stop.
Yeah, we're both in agreement in that, and there is no plans for it to stop anytime soon. Plus, Ciaran's
we've already started planning 200. Christ's sakes,
that's true.
That is actually true. That's a peek behind the curtain.
That'll be a real hot tub.
with blackjack and hookers.
And Ciaran.
Oh, you don't want a Belfast hooker.
I never said anything about Belfast hooker. I said I'm bringing
Oh,
an
where's your
upmarket
hot tub
classy
gonna be?
London. I'm bringing a classy upmarket London
I
one.
was gonna say you bringing one over,
Yeah,
Pete.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Question
ship them
about
over
the future.
direct.
Margarita Plaza, man.
So how about a question about the past?
Yes.
Of the past 100 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
which was your favorite?
Oh, there's so many good ones.
No.
Okay, for me, I have to say it's the one I did with them on Randy Pitchford because that's
Oh,
That was
That
so
was
good,
crazy.
Nana.
That
That was our first unhinged, uncensored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we just
Uh-huh.
went with it. Didn't
That
we?
was
We just had
our-
a lot
yeah.
of fun.
First adult friendly.
That was a really good one, though. It was just an hour and a half of us just absolutely ripping the hell out
Because
of Randy
we
Pitchford.
read-
It was great fun.
We read the
Uh-huh.
actual documents. From
Yeah.
Wow, there's some new stuff there that I didn't know existed on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many good ones to pick out.
know
of, obviously,
mine.
like we've had irreverent stuff, like you said, with the Randy
Mhm.
Pitchford one. We've had really, really good discussions with Brent about accessibility,
Oh, yeah.
which
Yeah, we
were
have-
very informative and very interesting, very entertaining as well, because Brent's very entertaining. But
Yeah.
without a doubt, for me, I would have to say it's either the Game of the Year discussion we did last year,
That was really
or
good,
the
yes.
Game of the Generation, because they were fantastic fun.
Yeah.
Right? They were just great fun.
I'm looking forward to this year's
Yes.
Game of the Year one.
Yep, you have a
Oh,
spot.
it's gonna be
You have a
interesting. I
spot
think
open.
We're getting you back for that one, Brent.
We've
We have
already
to.
started planning that one.
Yeah.
No monologue for this episode, so I gotta save it for next one.
Yeah.
um,
And just so you know, Forza Horizon 5 is already on my list,
Oh,
so you're gonna have
goodness.
to choose something else.
but let's keep those under wraps.
Yeah, we'll keep that under wraps. So
I can absolutely tell you my favorite.
go on.
It's the episode. No, I do love
Where it all
episode one.
started.
That was great. That was a great. Please go on, listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no watching on that one. No, but the one we did a few weeks ago, where we threw out all the rules. We said we weren't going to plan because Pete had been very, very, very stressed. the
Oh
previous
goodness,
week
that one.
before.
Oh my god.
And so it was me, Pete, and Ciaran. We said, look, all we're going to do is just talk about what we're playing. We're just going to be gamers, you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
That
gamers.
was a fun one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cracked up. I laughed so. Okay, when Ciaran started rubbing his nipples, I think that was. I think that's the moment
That one
I
was
said,
a bit much, to be fair.
this is my favorite episode ever.
Look, I nearly turned the camera off at that moment. I was like, right. Oh god.
We threw out all it was full on just us being us, and you can't do
Yeah.
that with every episode, obviously.
No, but we can do it from time to time
yeah.
if we choose to, and that's one of the
I
things that
love
we
those.
realised.
But I mean, on top of that, we have had some fabulous guests. We've interviewed Joe Donnelly. We've interviewed
Yep.
other writers that we can't mention right now because they won't come back on the show. But it's okay. We still did it, and it was still awesome.
Look, let me just put this out there. Those particular people that we had on in those
We have no
episodes,
beef.
like,
We have no beef. With
I've
them.
got absolutely no beef with
No.
them whatsoever, and I'm always thankful that they came on and
Yes.
had their part to play in the evolution of the show.
Absolutely.
That being said, they're never allowed back on, unfortunately.
I don't think they would come back on, but we
I
have no
don't
beef
think they
with
would,
them.
but,
And
I have
yeah, absolutely.
dialogue, but some people aren't, unfortunately, and that's all I'll
Yeah.
say on the matter.
Yeah.
But
I
I'm
love-
actually interested
we've
to
had
ask
crunch,
both Brent, Debbie, and Nana about this one. But as an audience, what would you say your
Ooh.
favourite episode is?
Yeah, because you've clearly listened to all of them.
Personally, it was
The
the
New Year's episode where Kylie was drunk and then he was just tired.
Every episode.
Tired. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
So I can't choose one of the episodes I was in.
You could choose one of the episodes you're in if you want.
because you had that one outstanding one about the
Oh
accessibility.
god, yeah, and also the Warframe rant as well. God,
That was the one I was going to choose.
Oh,
Excellent.
the Warframe one, that was
Game of the
good.
Generation.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose one I wasn't in, to be honest, I really liked the Friday ice cream tier list.
That was good. Yeah, that was
Okay.
really good.
Those-
And those are coming back, by the way. We've got our stuff
in
done.
the,
So
it's
yeah.
in the new year at this point.
We all had to
Mhm.
get through our crap, and then Ciaran's got to get
The
through
most
university.
engagement with chat.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
so much that
I
one. and
love those where we
Chloe-
just engage
Chloe
with
coming
chat.
in, yeah. Oh my god, Chloe guilting us into putting one at the top because
Talking about her grandparents dying.
And then I ran into
Yeah.
the character limit with my defense of the Solero.
Oh yes, and he had to read it in his Antonio Banderas.
Oh, that was so. God, we could have been cancelled for that. You know?
Oh, anyway,
That was
yeah.
like cultural
Deadbeat,
appropriation if I've ever seen it.
Do you have a favorite of ours?
The one that stuck out for me recently, and I just think everybody gelled so well on it, was the lock-on.
Oh, that
yeah,
was
yeah.
so
Oh
good.
yes, yeah. The
Especially-
I
Andrew
remember finishing
Andrew
that and
Dixon.
just thinking that was...
Dixon, sorry.
Mhm.
It was so good, especially when I knocked my knee on my desk.
That was so funny.
I was like,
And you just so straight faced about it. You were like, ooh.
Like, you could see the
Carry on like a
tears.
professional. Yeah, because Deadbeat was in the chat and he looked and he was like, yeah, I don't know what's going
I
on
was-
here.
Chloe called it out, and that's when
Yeah.
I was gonna start losing it. But nah, Ciaran and Pete just went on like, that's just Kylie. That's what she do.
Proper, like the true professionals that we are, having to deal with the diva.
But
herself.
it was great. It was great, and then of course having Richard on is always fun.
Oh yeah, like I wanted to try and get back on for this one, but he
It's
was
so
unfortunately
short
busy.
notice,
But
and
he's
yeah.
so
Oh, he's way
a fun
busy now.
Oh, I know. He's a fun guest to have
Oh,
on as well because he's
I-
just so irreverent. He's exactly like that in person as well.
Oh, absolutely. And I have loved every guest we've had on, despite people wanting to erase history. I still have enjoyed all of our guests.
That's what I mean. You can't erase the history. It's there for people to listen
Yeah.
to, and I'm always thankful for it because
Yeah, and
they did help shape it.
what was
you
it,
know?
51 that we had the Caffeinated Banner cast take over?
That was utterly ridiculous. How I ever thought that was a good idea, I don't know.
That is the one and only time, I promise you, chat, I promise everyone, that I've ever played on stream while
Yeah,
we were,
yeah.
it was
Whilst we
purely
were
for the
recording an
bit.
episode.
Sometimes I listen to it and I feel a little bit guilty because you can
No,
hear.
I actually find it funny because you can hear city
You
skylines.
can hear
in the
city
background,
skylines in
and
the
it's the fact
background.
that Stevie even makes comments about it, which is what makes it so funny.
But it was for the bit, and I will never do that again. But it was
And then,
funny.
and then it's like the fact that you went silent for
I
certain
did.
sections, and then you suddenly
like,
just come in
legit-
and it's like hot semen. It's like brilliant. Fuck's sakes.
we were talking about Seaman.
I know. It's just the way you just so silent. It's like yeah, it's just random irreverent comments. It was you were the most unhinged on
That's
that
what
one, and
I
it was
do.
funny to be honest.
That's why I don't stream.
So
But yes,
God.
any more questions from the group or from chat? If
I
you're
can't
still
see any
with
from
us.
chat.
I know.
unfortunately.
I think our chat is in the video with us,
Here's one that is kind of different.
right?
Okay.
You've been doing this for 100 episodes, and almost every week you're talking about games and those that you've enjoyed and those that you've reviewed. And so, have there been any of those that stick out to you that you really enjoy talking about on the podcast?
Yes, there's been a couple,
Okay.
and my one is The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh gosh, I was gonna pick
Okay.
that too, Pete.
No, we ripped that truly apart when the leaks came
That-
out. You know, when the Game Awards happened, we used that game as an excuse to bash it as much as
Well,
we
okay.
wanted to.
I was gonna use a different point of view, but same game.
Like, but that's not to say we didn't obviously praise certain things that it did do right,
Well-
but it
Yes.
did become a bit of a punching bag for us.
Eventually did.
It's gonna be
but
my punching bag always.
it was our first grown-up episode. We did our first roundtable over that, and I am still very proud of that because we presented all sides. Everyone had a chance to speak. No one spoke over each other. No one got angry. No one,
Yep.
and it was just like we could have
And-
different opinions, and it was fine.
Yeah, and that was
I
the thing
loved
about
it.
that episode, is that's where we had our first proper big guest as well, with Sophia, which
Right.
most people will now know who is, like,
Yeah.
you know,
We've had her
Yeah.
twice.
now know her, so which
Twice
is
or three
fair.
times. Mhm.
We've had her twice because we had her for the 50th as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Graciously came back for that one. But Nana, I know you're a fan because you follow her on Twitter as well. I
think-
see your
Some-
comments.
Some of the tweets she makes are just insane.
I
Well,
know. I think she's just.
she's very
I think
provocative.
She's a shock jockey, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yes,
Well, that's what
yes.
what I think, like specifically having Sophia on, is that she allowed us to show that you can have completely opposing views on different ideas or on different subjects and still get along.
Yeah, you can still be very civil about that, and that's
yeah, and laugh and have a good time. You don't
Yeah,
have
and
to
that-
change each other's minds. You just.
But that's the thing that I really enjoyed about episode 50 as well, is when we had a couple
Oh,
of
it was
people on
so
that,
good.
and they were, I wouldn't say bickering, but they had opposing viewpoints,
Oh,
and
yeah,
they
no, there
they
was no
talked it out,
bickering.
and it was fine. And then
There was a lot of, I see your point, but I don't feel this way.
yeah, and it
And
was
I-
good for discourse, and
that.
I've always been a very firm believer in, you know, discourse. You know, everyone
Mm-hmm.
has an opinion, everyone has the right to speak and voice their opinions about it, and if you don't agree on it,
That's
fine.
fine.
But
Absolutely.
you can walk away from it and go, okay, we agree to disagree on this
But
one.
we're all humans at the
but-
end of it.
Yeah, but we've, as a society, I think we've kind of lost that mentality with social media now, and it's just disappointing. So to have that encapsulated in an episode for
Right.
the history books is quite something that I'm quite pleased with and
Yeah.
proud of.
I have to agree with you there, Pete, very much.
So, yeah, I
Alright.
think we're on the same page with that one. Last
Yeah.
of Us too.
Yeah.
So anything else before we wrap it up? That's my announcer voice.
That's it for my 3 questions.
Those were excellent
Excellent.
questions, as
They're very
always.
good, yeah.
Always check out Brent's appearances. They're very thoughtful and stuff. And Nana's too. Oh my gosh, Nana! I meant to say, but it got sidetracked. Another one of my favorite freaking episodes is where it's all 4 of us. It's after E3.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like trying to get all 3 of you wound up, and I did it. I did it successfully.
I was the one who did. You got me big
I
time with that one.
I got all 3 of you, but in your own personal ways. And
Yeah.
Pete just goes.
I flipped.
I got him on
Yeah,
Nintendo.
I think I actually think that is the first time you've probably seen pure
Oh,
rage.
It was
It's like-
so good. It was so good. And then
Yeah,
we went crazy at the end and just talking about hot tub streams and stuff.
Yes.
It was very, very good. But
Yeah. but-
that's not even covering the side episodes, to be honest, because the side episodes have been quite fun. So shout out to Josh Squash
Yeah.
Pickle, who obviously did the EGX and PAX Digital one of 2020.
and it's
which
working today, I think?
very Yeah, I think he is. It's very, very different way of approaching the convention. So obviously Toby and Deadbeatpunk were on the EGX 2021 and can only ask for forgiveness for sound quality reasons, of course.
Well,
You know, but hey, how you got to deal with what you got to deal with, I guess.
it's
So-
true.
But yeah, the side episodes have always been quite fun as well. But you know, Redacted for Privilege was probably one
Oh,
of my highlights
that-
as well, because you know,
It's so fun.
just the fact that we got to, you know,
You
just
got
got
to
to talk
be-
about the craziness, and I got to be Phil Spencer.
Yep, you did.
know.
That was fun for me. I say it was fun. It was a labor of love because
Mm.
I had to read over 500 court documents and then write a 15-minute screenplay. Which,
Yeah,
if
it
you
was.
Yes.
if you have experience in writing, you know that is not easy. And I did it in what 5 days.
Uh-huh.
You did, yeah, and the fact that we literally only read it over 10 minutes before
Yeah,
we
well, it was about
recorded
an
as
hour,
well. It was
but-
Oh
quite a-
my goodness.
It was about an
we
hour
saw
before.
the document for about an hour, and we practiced it once, and that
Yeah.
was it.
That was it. It's definitely a good one.
And
Um,
I'm glad I didn't try and do the Phil Spencer voice, because I would have failed miserably.
You did well. You did the fart joke perfectly, which is all I cared about.
Oh,
But my voice is starting to wear out because I have not talked to
Yeah.
humans in this long.
I know. I think Deadbeatpunk's run out of energy as well, because this is now 20 episodes.
It would be about that, yeah. And I haven't swore once.
Wow.
I'm very pleased. I'm very glad.
Gonna stand out in the garden and scream for about 5 minutes after this.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Lady Punk now because she's just gonna hear a myriad of swear words coming out of your mouth. What is this effing dinner?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let each one of these lovely fellows tell us where they can find them. So Nana, I'm going to start with you. Let us know where they can find you.
So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Nana__Marfo. Instagram is my art place. Twitter is where I put my thoughts into whatever void is there, I guess. And also
Anime.
As
yeah,
I do.
anime.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
Waifus.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm not saying there is anything wrong.
Ghost King, he has to be put up somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, that void and then waifus, and then if you want to see me talk about said waifus or just anime in general or games in general, you can see me on nmarfablogs.wordpress.com. I'm working on the Scarlet Nexus review. I think uni as hell, so I don't know when that's gonna happen. But
That's I'm looking forward to seeing your thoughts on that actually, because I know you're quite a big fan of it.
Yeah, I love that game. It was really good.
Okay, and it's on Game Pass, isn't it? Just to correct you.
Yes.
So I might need to give it a try before Game of the Year.
Ooh, Pete, that might be a good. Yeah, you might need to.
Yeah, I've been on that like the last weeks.
Yeah.
Like Forza Horizon, playing Metroid Dreads, like Mario Party Superstar. I'm trying to get as many of the games in as possible.
I've heard a lot of good things about Dread. I want to try it.
It looks great.
Dread is a top title.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deadbeat will be able to tell you for sure.
Brent,
I enjoy it, and it's my first Metroid experience. It's not bad, but I'm not into Metroidvania.
I was thinking, are Nintendo going to release 2D Metroid, in this day and age for full price when all the indies haven't nailed?
Yeah. Oh,
and then they did.
And they
knocked it out of the park.
It looks amazing. Brent, what about you? Where can they find you?
So I go by Apophis 1989 pretty much on all the socials. My Twitch is a little different. It's Apophis 89. You'll see me doing pre-release gameplay sometimes, or things that I'm reviewing. And I think I'll show up on this channel as well.
Oh yes.
When no one else is.
Sometimes when other
reviews.
Are. Yes.
I've got a game and a DLC currently working on, so those should be out soon. I also write for Mental Health Gaming, so there's a few things over there. And most recently, I had a review put into a print magazine called From Gamers.
Yes.
So that's issue 2.
Amazing.
So you can find that article in there.
Very cool. Absolutely cool.
Can you send me the link over to that if you can, and I'll try and put it in the show notes so people can have a look.
Oh, right. I was going to say, but he put it in the... And I was like, oh. I was like, he put it in Discord, and I was like, oh, right.
Same with Nana as well. Post your blog and all that so I can update the description.
Cool.
Deadbeat, it's your turn, and I know you can't give the real URL, but I'm still gonna declare.
Oh no, Kiley, I got a nice one since I painted myself into the corner with that one.
Right, it's still the best.
The old safe alert version.
Yeah, so I thought, why not have both? So yeah, I do another podcast, which is about a 20th of the size of this one. Every Monday, you can find it on WTFDYW.co.uk. Or you can spot me giving people abuse on Twitter.
Or Discord, if you follow certain channels.
Or if you follow certain channels, yes. I'm a hermit. I like to live out in other people's Discords.
Yeah. I love the fact that you constantly change your Discord name as well. The most recent one, We Dealing Punk, was hilarious.
Yes, Modern Escapism do D&D podcast called Sheep.
Oh, that was so funny. Oh,
there was a Deadbeatpunk mention in there, so I thought I'd run with it.
Oh,
that was so funny, honestly, when I heard that.
You know, you've made it when Biggie says your name.
Yeah, and that's Biggie is one handsome man as well.
Oh goodness.
Yes, there will be a Biggie sandwich tomorrow morning.
Excellent.
He will be talking bad company with me on the next episode.
Just in case you wondered. Actually, I'm actually looking forward to that because if you got this before the crash, Bad Company is one of my absolute favorite franchises.
Well overdue to come back.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
100%.
that clip you put up was just brilliant. It's like
all the
Still stuck in my head. Oh yeah.
all the clips that Deadbeat puts up for your alphabet podcast, because I can't remember letters. I can't remember letters. I'm very bad at that. Anyway, they're really great. They're top tier.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll send on your compliments to the art department.
Yeah, I've been told by Gadget from Modern Escapism and yourself to try and do the little preview clips to try and generate listeners, but because I turned this around so quickly, I don't have the chance to do that.
Yeah, and I'm lazy.
But it always is. Shut up. If I actually had help with the editing work, I probably. Okay, fine. Thank you. Yeah, I jumped to a conclusion there. I apologize.
Yep. But Pete, that leaves you. Where can they find you?
Right here, clearly.
Every week.
But yeah, every week on here. Well, got touch wood if we can do it. Obviously,
don't touch wood on screen.
You don't tell me what to do.
Pete, don't touch
we
your
could
wood.
get banned on Twitch for that one, definitely. Look, no, if you want to follow me on social media, it's Twitter at PeteBeckett1, which is BCKETT and the number 1. But yes, you can hear my musings both here and on the Never Watchers podcast, the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast that I do with my good friend Kurt Lewin, who is best boy Angry Kurt, according to Modern Escapism. So, and he is a top lad, so fair play to him. But yeah, we do that every couple of weeks, so we should have a new episode due in the next coming week.
Excellent.
Kylie?
Well, I'm actually going to give Ciaran's Connecciones. He is on hiatus for the moment because he's in uni. But you can go find his blog at pauseplayreview.com.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that out. I wish I probably should have got him to promote that earlier on, but yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ciaran.
rest in pepperonis.
R.I.P. in peace.
Or mac and cheese.
yeah, he's now indulging in the mac and cheese.
And now I want mac and cheese. But anyway,
No.
I want mac and cheese rather than my usual nachos.
It's true. I'm gonna bite my tongue. But you can also find his stuff over on Rapid Reviews, and he will be back, or I will threaten him with an inch of his life. But
which is what you always do.
I do, it's true. But
Ciaran, you will jump on this Xbox you will jump on Destiny now, otherwise I will slaughter you.
No, I'm very much more nicer. I'm like, please, can someone come play with me? Can you imagine me being that way? I was gonna say, can you imagine me being that way, Pete?
That's what I said. Well, that's a lie. Yeah.
But
please plug your own socials and your business and God knows what else you want to plug.
I'm not gonna plug my business.
You should. Free advertisement.
It speaks for itself. But if you want to,
I'm very glad to hear that all guests get a discount code.
Why haven't we done that yet? Actually,
that's actually a thought. Among many.
Yeah, but I won't promote my business, but I'll give you a discount code for my business.
It's true. The only reason I'm not promoting it is because it's Christmas time and I'm so swamped.
and due to shut down soon as well.
Yes, I have so much to do this week. I'm already behind because, that's just how I live my life. But if you want to see me talk sometimes about video games, it's mostly about Destiny 2 right now, but always about Ghost King from Word of Honor. You can follow me at Kiley to Greet, KLEYTEHGREAT. And there are lots of
I thought it was
gifts.
GREET, not GAT.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't remember my own thing. This is why I didn't give Ciaran's, because I can't remember his and I can't remember mine.
The Twitter account for Mr. Ciaran McGinn is at the THEE McGinn.
Okay.
MCGINN.
I'm going to take your word for that. What's mine?
Kiley to Greet. KILEYTEHGREET.
Yes. It's a Futurama joke. But
We've made mention of that a fair few times, probably.
yes, but I also can't spell in real life either. So I think that is gonna wrap up our 100th frickin' episode. Mostly because I can't talk much longer.
My goodness, I hope you guys are prepared for a near 3.5 hour behemoth audio podcast.
Ooh, so big.
Oh man.
I think you can take it. But
I've taken bigger.
You just
Didn't
used
even
it.
speak
I'm
before you said that
speechless.
then.
I'm just speechless now. I have no words.
I'm glad because I have achieved my goal after 100 episodes. I've left completely speechless. No more episodes, guys. We're done.
Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Audio listeners, you can't see it right now, but Kylie is actually holding onto her microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is very true.
pretty big as well.
Oh gosh. Pete does refer to microphones as robot penises, which is one of the questions that I actually took out of the friendship quiz. But
Well, that's because it's a quote to, like, that's a reference to Family Guy, isn't it?
Mhm.
Hey, it's from down here. Does it look like I'm talking to a bunch of robot penises?
yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap this episode up.
Please do.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you to chat, and thank you to our wonderful listeners. And here is to, I mean, look, the point blank honest truth is you guys made this possible. If you didn't listen, we wouldn't keep making these. So it's actually your fault. I blame all of you.
I don't blame you. I thank you.
Well, Pete can thank you. I'm going to blame you. But here is to another 100. So we'll see you back here in 2 years. Actually, I hope to see you next week. But we'll also be here in 2 years.
Yeah, please don't wait for 2 years to listen to us again.
And Ciaran will be back, I promise. And so we will talk to you and see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, that ends the podcast part. We're still streaming, folkies.
Goodness gracious me.
Let's say bye
What
to
a fuck.
chat.
This is the longest one.
Could I finally just say this because we're now outside of the recording? Holy fuck, that was long.
That's
I do
what
that all
she
the time.
said.
Oh, now we've got a small
Bye.
glimpse into Mrs. Punk.
Oh goodness, my voice is completely shot. So we're gonna wrap up the stream
yeah.
as well, just
Okay.
because I'm
So
I'm on borrowed time.
I was gonna say, so we were gonna plan something else, but, so that's not happening now, is it, Kylie?
What was it? I forget. I'm sorry. What was it?
We were, if this went on a bit
we were gonna stream
less
weren't
time, we were gonna stream It Takes Two tonight. But
Yeah, I don't
not
think that's
happening
gonna
now.
happen. But the good news is for our streamers audience and for the all our chat is here on screen. But we will be starting Fridays back again. I had some classes I had to get rid of. Ciaran's obviously in uni, and then Pete's been doing poker.
Not all the time. It's once a month, but now because of Fridays not being available, I have been seeing Rachel a bit more frequently on those days. So, which has been nice. If I'm honest.
I'm Pete. I'm in love with somebody. Everyone knows I pick on him. Pete and his wholesomeness.
Yes, all right. It's been nearly 10 years now, all right? We're
I
a
know.
couple of months shy of 10 years. And
You should see the episode where Rachel makes an appearance. It's the cutest thing ever.
it's
It
the
is
live stream.
freaking. Me and
Yeah,
Ciaran are
she-
both just like dying.
Yeah, that was cute. We were
It
away
was
on
cute, boy. It
holiday
was
as well. It was
so
nice.
freaking cute.
She did text during the recording and did say enjoy recording at 700. So,
Oh,
and put a
and
load of celebrations like
aw,
emojis. So
tell her. Well, I was gonna say tell
I
her.
died.
Congratulations back, but that doesn't
You
work.
should have watched on Twitch.
I might actually text her back and say you should have watched. No, she pays no attention to this podcast, which is why I can say some of the heinous
Oh
shit
goodness! Oh goodness! Well, I did. My friend Lynn, who is in Texas, she did send congratulations to everyone and say hi to everyone because she usually is
Amazing.
in chat with you guys.
Let her know that I said thank you very much.
Yeah.
Because Lynn's a good one, and a little peek behind the curtain at a certain point, she was actually sitting in on one of our episodes in person.
You have
as well.
to guess which one.
I think we make it a bit obvious.
Yeah, we do. But she's a frontline worker back in the US, so always, shout out.
Props, mad respect.
Yeah, but I think you can hear the voice is gone.
Yeah, I don't think I've spoken like this. Like
Prosecco.
Yeah, I'm blaming the Prosecco. The Prosecco gives me a deep and sexy voice. It hurts so bad. But anyway.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I remember you had a similar situation when we did a longer episode before.
Yeah.
It was the Game of the Year one, wasn't it? Where you just came at the end of it and you were just like...
That's why I'm like, I can't do much Game of the Year stuff. I don't talk to other humans. But...
This is the thing about Game of the Year, right? You pick and choose the moments you discuss.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's about self-preservation.
You're asking me to be silent, in other words, which is just not going to happen.
I didn't ask you to be silent. I asked you to just temper your moments so that you don't die.
This is what happens when me and Ciaran game. Neither one of us talk to people for very long. So we're both like this by the end of our chats.
But yet, whilst I was away, you two spent 2 hours playing Destiny.
That's what I'm talking
together.
about. It was 3 hours, and by the end of it, we both sounded like this.
Yeah, it sounded like you've been through a pack of 60 smokes.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much to our streamers out there. And we will catch y'all. Well, next time.
One more thing to say.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I want to thank you guys for doing this,
Aw.
especially during the pandemic.
Aww.
It's been a highlight for myself. I know there's others as well that feel like they're, in lockdown, social distancing, whatever, and you're, how do I put this? Interactions with chat have really helped a lot of people feel like they're actually talking to someone.
Aww.
And not a lot of streamers can do that, especially on a weekly basis.
That means a
So
lot.
I just wanted to thank you guys for what you have done for the past 100 episodes.
That is far too
For
kind, Brent.
everyone that watches.
But thank you for that, because that is our motivation.
So I have to ask Nana about this one. What's the face that they pull when anime girls are really happy? Is it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
I thought you were going another direction with that one.
Yeah, I
Get that
you know that. Yeah, you know that meme of you played me in the first, or you had me in the first half.
In the first half.
Yeah, that's what.
That was gonna be the other gift that I was gonna say was your favorite, Pete.
Yeah, I've become a bit predictable with my gifts now.
Yes. But thank you, and first of all, thank you, Brent. That means so much. And it is the motivating factor is why we do this. We love interacting with chat, and it keeps me and Pete out of the dark places. And that's why we have Fridays.
Exactly. There's no secret about it. We started Fridays basically because we needed to help ourselves, but we're glad that obviously we have been able to help a fair few people through the situation that we've all been through. We kind of wanted it to be about togetherness, to be as wholesome as possible, and also no rules. We're just winging it. We're just doing it. We're having fun doing so.
That's right.
So I do appreciate that you stop by every time and you comment in.
Oh yes.
Whoever's out there, Brent, because you brought it up.
Brent is chat.
You're always there. You're always there. The chat himself. You're always available, always interested, always discussing certain things with us as well. It's great to have you always there and everyone else as well.
Yeah, I say this usually on Fridays, but we have one of the best communities. We have the most encouraging people, but the funniest people that freaking crack me up more than anything. When the tier list will be back, but we couldn't ask for y'all's support anymore. All of y'all are, anytime you show up, you don't even have to sub, and then we have people subbing for, I mean, not just Chad, but we have so
Like
many
5 months ever since we started streaming and got the affiliate people have like subbed. It's crazy.
Consistently subbed, and that really does that motivates Pete and I to do things for you guys, and that's why we do this. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't like. We don't get paid for it. We don't.
Oh heck.
We dedicate all of our time for free.
We pay out money.
we pay out for stream, like for the hosting fees. We pay out for editing programs and all that. I don't care. It's an expense I'll take because I love seeing the joy on people when we get to talk about video games and how we can try and help people with the Friday streams and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. All right, I have to end it. There's just nothing left in the tank.
Yeah.
I'm actually hungry now, so.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All I've had is like 2 slices of toast all day, so I probably should eat.
Damn.
Yeah.
I had a hot dog.
What's kept me fed is the joy of the community.
Oh gosh, now I'm gonna vomit. All right.
I know, that's why I did it.
Yes, I know. Thanks so much to you guys. Thanks for hanging in there during our little blip earlier. But I told you it was going to crash at least once.
You did actually pre-warned us beforehand. The fact that we got 2 hours in before the crash happened was quite
pretty
impressive.
good. We will definitely talk to you guys next week. Bye.
See you later, everyone. Thank you, guys.
Bye.